Yeah, it's just it's just crazy how many of these tournaments we've already done. That our map pool used to be 5 maps smaller.
Yeah, we
Four,
were
yeah,
at one point no Ilios, no Route 66. I think the very first tournaments didn't even have Dorado, though I could be wrong.
yeah,
Or
no,
definitely didn't have Hollywood, if nothing else. Dorado might have been.
yeah, and
I
we
don't
didn't
know.
have any of the King of the
And the
Hills.
Reunited taking out Gibraltar, interesting.
Makes kind of sense. Gibraltar again, one of those maps that teams either love or hate. C9 doing some of the reunited work and taking out King of the Hills Lijiang Tower. Two maps I really like, gone from the map pool. It's all right. Volskaya also banned out after Reunited had to play in Volskaya yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wanted to play chicken with Volskaya again. Maybe they figured if you take out Volskaya early enough, the other two maps are so horrifying that they won't even play chicken with them in Temple of Anubis and Hanamura, but
Reunited
suppose we'll see.
seems to get brought to Hanamura more than anyone else. I think a couple times in finals several weeks ago, as teams brought them to Hanamura.
The interesting thing here for Reunite is that Reunite is not taking out Route 66 yet. Of course, now that I said that, I might have just commentator cursed everyone's favorite rustic map, so we will see, but...
Dorado is gone. Temple of Anubis, no surprise, now banned out by Cloud9. It is Reunited's ban next.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hanamura, wouldn't be surprised to see Route 66 banned here. Or, I mean, Reunite could go even further on the tactical bans and take out another payload map. Or maybe they'll get rid of Nepal or Ilios. We'll see. There's a lot on the table.
I can see them getting rid of Hollywood. They don't generally love that map. I just know that Reunited would like to play on Numbani at some point.
All right, these are our 5 maps. Hollywood, Kings Road, Numbani, Ilios, and Route 66.
Why not?
Ilios has made it into our... What?
Why not? I think Ilios is actually an interesting map to see. The one time we were able to cast it competitively, it was just Genjis and Widows owning that map, and both of these teams have the roster to support those heroes.
Well, Hollywood is getting taken out in Hex. What are the odds that we end up on Kings Row for our first map again?
Pretty high. I mean, is Kings Row in the map pool? Are we playing Overwatch? Is it a first map of the series? So, I mean, all those things going in its favor.
Well, Ilios not going to be our first map. It is taken down by Cloud9. Kings Row, Route 66, Numbani all representing. And actually, I think there's one part here I think Cloud9 had a tactical mistake.
Where's that?
They left Numbani in the map pool.
Yeah, no,
I think that's a mistake.
Map. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think they should have taken out something, at some point. I mean, I understand why they banned what they did, their control point maps and King of the Hill maps, but maybe leave Lijiang in there and ban out Numbani, but...
yeah, I mean, maybe Cloud9 comes back and really does well in Numbani, but Reunited is really, really good in Numbani. I mean, they beat IDDQD on Numbani.
Yeah.
They have beaten a lot of other good teams in Numbani, and Cloud9 perhaps wanting to tackle their enemy's strength in the very beginning chooses Numbani as the first map by virtue of their last ban, so... this is either going to work out really well for them, or this is hubris that's going to bite them in the butt to start out our grand finals.
Well, Reunited is good on Numbani, but so is Cloud9. They've played really well in Numbani, as Google Me back in the day. I remember them having very good maps. It fits their style. This was also when Shore4 was running that Genji in the double orb. They would, crush people on Numbani. So, granted, it is Reunited's good map, but it's also a good map for Cloud9. So we'll see who's better on this map to start off our series.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way logic works, and especially on pro gaming environment, is that you don't necessarily care about your enemy's strengths at some points, especially if you think that you have the ego to power you and think that you're better than them. But at some point, looking at the stats isn't bad and going, maybe just tactical reasons, why even tempt fate? Even if we think we're really good at this, we know that they're disproportionately good at this. Maybe we don't want to go here. But Cloud9, they do have trust in their abilities. They think that it's going to work out well for them. So we're going to start out with Numbani.
Yep, going to the airport.
The airport. The only thing that makes me sad about that is that if you zoom out on the map, you can't actually see an actual airport. You're just in the lobby, and then it just vanishes away. See some.
Oh, maybe it's
I mean, we've seen all these space age cars. Let's see some space age planes coming out from Overwatch.
Yeah,
I mean, if you have hover cars, what are your planes doing?
Well, maybe it's like an L train system. There are things linking the buildings in the portrait of Numbani, so maybe it isn't an airport after all. Maybe it's some sort of shuttle system. I should know my lore.
Well, right now we're waiting for both teams to ready up here. Oftentimes can be a long process. I mean, it really depends on the two teams. I think you get two teams like Cloud9 and Unknown together, and you just go through the final at Mach speed. IDDQD pretty good about readying up quickly, but some other teams oftentimes can take a while. I think actually in terms of, if I had to rate the top two teams for taking a long time in between games on the EU side, Reunited is definitely the _1 team that takes a while. In fact, a lot of EU teams are kind of going, oh man, we're playing Reunited. They're going to take 10 minutes between games. And Luminosity, I think, also takes a while in between games, which sort of, I think, led to the fight between C9 and Luminosity in the middle of Hollywood, where they're complaining about bathroom breaks and whatnot. But you know what? Teams have the right to take breaks between games. A lot of times they want to think things out, talk about it. It's not a bad thing per se. It just, it is what it is.
They're very deliberate.
Yes.
That's the right way to say it. They're deliberate.
Cloud9, though, definitely one of the quickest teams in terms of map stuff. I think you have a Cloud9 IDD QD series, you're going to blink and miss it in terms of the setup. I mean, the draft will go fast. The actual, setup for sides whatnot will go fast. I don't know.
They're very decisive.
These are all things that have absolutely no bearing on the actual results of games.
Well, I don't mind the breaks. The amount of coffee I drink during these tournaments necessitates teams taking breaks, and I'm always thankful for the breaks myself. So we are entering game now, though.
We are going in game. This is map number 1. It is Numbani. And REUNITED versus Cloud9, our number 3 team versus our number 2 team. Should be a great match heading to you right now.
Yeah, the best teams in Overwatch still playing right now as IDDQD took the day off, so finally people get a break from watching IDDQD win tournaments, just based on their own recourse. So, it should be a good one. I hope we go to 5. I want to watch, 12 games of these two teams play against each other, but unfortunately we're limited at 5 at most. What do you
Why
see
12? 12 is such an arbitrary number.
Because I want it to be a tie so that we have to continue at another time and doing like another best of 15.
Wow.
See, I had a plan.
That is quite the plan and the set. I mean, best of 15, you're almost getting the tennis territory. Taking a look here at the defense coming out for Cloud9. And they're going to be speed boosting out Kai on Symmetra with a lot of haste. Reaver will be representing on the McCree. Surefour out of May. So for May fans here, they're wondering, where's all the May play? You might be getting some here in Surefour. Debit on the Torbjorn, Kai on Symmetra, Adam on the Mercy, and Grego going to be reprising his role as Sniper. In fact, last time we saw Cloud9 play, Grego was Sniper on this map.
Yeah, it is his favorite hero. As we mentioned, even though Reaver took over those duties earlier, offensively though, Valotaja on McCree, Too Easy is going to be playing Sniper. Valotaja now goes to Roadhog since I've mentioned his name already. He wants to prove me wrong. Too Easy now switches to Tracer. Let's start over. Valotaja will be on Roadhog, Too Easy will be on Tracer, Morte on Zenyatta, Cruz on Lucio, on Fixed on Genji in Winghaven, giving everyone shields, making it all go on Symmetra.
Yep, that is a starting bell. Both teams are on it. And take a look at Surefour. Surefour has actually used Mei to really good effect on this map. When teams go through this corridor, they like all running through here. He can use the Mei Ice Wall to separate them. It's one of the best uses of Ice Wall in the game. But look at that, Mei going to get brought down immediately. Surefour having to do an Ice Wall, Ice Block to get out, but a good escape away from the Roadhog hook, if nothing else.
Yeah, Too Easy's already in the back lines. He got there very early. He's got his eyes set up on Adam and Grego, but he's getting, taken down by this turret here. No kills just yet.
Yep, taking a look here. Reaver with a lot of good poke, though, giving Unfix a run for his money. He's getting healed up by the Mercy, Unfixing healed up by the Orb. Cruz, the first play of the game, though, does take down Surefour, and now REUNITED with a very deliberate approach on top of the point. They've gotten 2 kills so far. Let's see if Reaver can do something about this here, but he's going to get hooked by Valotaja. He's not dead yet, but down he goes. Valotaja, good hook on him. Morte killing the turret, and now momentum definitely in favor of REUNITED here. This is no surprise. This is one of their strongest maps. We do see a Resurrect, though, coming up for the defense. Reaver back up, going to immediately dispatch Winghaven. Valotaja still on the point, hanging in there, going to take a breather. Too Easy in the back as Tracer takes out Reaver, and really nice speed boost coming in from REUNITED. And look at this rush down by Valotaja onto this Torbjorn. Oh my goodness, he's getting juggle. Aardvark does not pay off when you have a scrap cannon keeping you in juggle state.
Yeah, Surefour though with a really good delay. He comes in, drops a blizzard, ice blocks himself, keeps it alive. Grego with a pick to follow it up, and it looks like they might even be able to hold this.
Cloud9, it didn't look like they were going to be able to do it, but they came in off the... not even a teleporter. There's no teleporter. They're just a Resurrect, and they came back in and were able to hold it. Very unlikely, but well done nonetheless.
Yeah, that's the power of Mei, is just to be able to stall out that point long enough to get your team back there. Not only is the Blizzard denying an area, but being able to stall it out by just using the Ice Block. Very smart play.
Definitely. So looking forward here. Unfixed does have his Dragon Blade. Cloud9 delaying for longer than I've seen most teams delay against REUNITED on this map. I mean, this is a good defense coming out from Cloud9. Unfixed looking for his opportunity, poking as Genji. Valotaja able to take out Debit. Morte goes down. 5v5, 5v4 in favor of REUNITED. Back and forth on both teams. And we see the Genji looking for the Mercy, and even though Mercy might be dying here, Mercy knows enough to get the res before she dies, but Unfixed with a double kill on the Kai and Adam. Still gets his kills he looks for. Too Easy takes down the turret. Surefour and Debit, though, coming right back. This is not at all a one fight for REUNITED by any stretch of the imagination.
No, they're 3 down right now. No resurrection available. Morte's got Transcendence, but he's nowhere near this fight. Now he's in it.
Multi-core coming out. I don't think there's a turret to go along with that, though. I think it's just a wild Torbjorn. with a Discord orb on him, no less, but he's hanging in there. Torbjorn hanging in for a while. Devitt finally going down, but Aardvark paying off at least for a bit. Reunited still very much on top of this point, doing what they can to cap it, and finally they cap it with 5:13 remaining on the clock. Reunited off to a bit of a slow start here on the offense.
Yeah, pretty decent defense there, and really Mei, showing her power on defense to at least stall it out and really prolong that fight a lot longer than we thought it was going to go on with Reunited.
So taking a look here, Unfixed now leading the charge for Reunited as they move forward. Cloud9 going to have to defend in the streets phase of Numbani. And this is the part where we've seen Reunited really do well. I mean, they have 2 Tracers, they have a Genji, and we've seen them build incredible amounts of momentum on this phase of Numbani. Arguably the best team at Numbani in the game. We're going to see just what Cloud9 has to say about that here. Tracers trading up fights here, but this Tracer is outgunned by 2 Tracers. Reaver, though, able to get to the back on the other side, taking out Cruz. Bit of an advantage here for Cloud9 as they defend. Yeah. And still, their Tracers able to be evasive and not going down just then. Reaver able to get into the back, takes out Morte. Too easy, looking for any value here they can get. Right now, sort of poking back and forth. Now in a bit of a precarious position, under pressure from the Tracers. And down a Pulse Bomb. Well, let's take a look at Kai here. Kai over towards the defense, gonna help Adam set up. Looking for the high ground, and we've seen Soldier do some work here as well in defense on the Bunny.
Yeah, defensively, they're very spread out here, just trying to get to the back lines, trying to harass his short four. Get his Pulse Bomb up, takes out Morte.
Yeah, this has been Tracer battles sort of all spread around here, but here's the net takeaway is that while Reunited has been getting some kills back and forth, they haven't really been getting pushed. They've really not controlled the point, so Reunited has been stalled out for quite a while here, and this is looking very good for Cloud9 thus far.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the aaspects of the Tracer defense that's really hard to deal with, is you can't get kills and get on the point because they're always behind you and spread out.
Grego able to take out Cruz. Kai gonna have to back up a little bit. He has his attack visor on the ready. He's gonna hold on to it for now. And look at this, we have Reaver now in the back, looking for Morte, getting a lot of good harass on Morte. Morte very likely to die here, forces out the Transcendence, so good play coming out there from the play of Reaver. We do have a Genji Dragon Blade coming out, Reaver able to take out Winghaven, Unfixed, still going nutty on the Dragon Blade, is in trouble though, pressure is on him, has to be careful. The attack visor from Kai doing work is going to take him out and Cruz. So back and forth on both teams, but again, look at the payload not moving a whole lot right now. Starting to make some progress towards the second checkpoint, but Kai takes out too easy the Helix rocket to the face.
Yeah, I mean, they did their best there to try to make lemonade out of the lemons they were dealt with, and when they forced out that Transcendence, that was the cue for the Dragon Blade to come out for Unfixed, trying to go ham on it. You generally see Transcendence and Dragon Blade used together. They got a little bit of work done, some push on the card as well, and now they're going to have to clean up the path on the way back to the card as these Tracers continue to harass.
I'm gonna know in terms of Tracer harassment here. Sheriff has a Pulse Bomb. He's gonna throw it out. Will he get Morte? No. He went for the long range Pulse Bomb, wasn't able to get. Meanwhile, Morte, or Reaver with his Pulse Bomb was able to get on Winghaven. So 1 kill for the defensive Tracers of Cloud9. Reaver, though, in a bit of trouble here. Both people on Reunited chasing him down. Sheriff able to take out too easy. And what we're seeing here is that Cloud9 is really gumming up the works, and Reunited just not able to get things going on their offense thus far.
They haven't been able to string together a couple of kills, and they're just spending so much time in the back trying to deal with these Tracers as well. They just don't have the coordinated
Pulse Bomb coming up from Voltaja, does not connect. Too easy, probably looking for his Pulse Bomb. He's nowhere near the fight at the moment, though. So we're going to take a look at the people who are closer to the fight. Cruz might be dropping a sound barrier soon. Might be waiting for Unfixed's Dragon Blade, but no, he's just going to drop it. In comes Reunited. Adam, though, just took out too easy. Unfixed on the Grego. Both teams down to players they go in, and Unfixed now starting to do some work with the Dragon Blade. Got 2 kills off of it, but he goes down in the end. And again, we're stuck in this area where there's one person pushing the cart, but it's contested, and Cloud9 just very much holding a firm defense here. Yeah, they're all around, but the important thing is they're not letting the cart be pushed.
They're trying to solve this problem by they took Morte off of Zenyatta. I guess he'd have enough of being picked up by Tracers in the back line. They're running double Lucio now, which should give them more sustain on the cart area at least.
Yeah, if nothing else, that is a thing. Looking at Unfixed looking to get things going as Genji. He has, if there's been any spark of life for Reunited, it's definitely been coming out of Unfixed, particularly when he has Dragon Blade up, as is Genji. He has 76 in his sights here. Need only one more right click to take him down. Doesn't get it, though. The payload getting very, very close to this next point. I think Cloud9 is going to try and prevent this if they can. Adam and 2easy trading off kills, 5v5 near the point. 4v4 now, 2 extra people going down for each team. Reaver, though, able to take out Unfixed, and now Reaver going to get taken out by the Shurikens of Unfixed. Meanwhile, Sureforce still alive for Tracers on Cloud9. And the payload, look at the X, it's still not moving.
But some signs of life where Winghaven was able to finally drop down a teleporter. They should be able to reinforce for this last push. It is in a pretty safe spot here. They have 30 seconds to get to the next point.
Yeah, they don't have that much time. I mean, right now, if Cloud9 were to hold just for a little bit longer, this would be great and really show their strength in Numbani against REUNITED, who's historically been our strongest Numbani team.
Yeah, I mean, the card is inching closer, but they know that they...
Oh, look at this work being done by Surefour, though. No one's answering back here. He took out Winghaven for free. He has a Pulse Bomb up, now fighting Voltaja. Who is going to reign supreme between him and Voltaja? Both fighting it out. Tracer v Tracer battle. Surefour going to back out a bit to his Lucio. And look at this. The payload is in overtime. This is now do or die for REUNITED. REUNITED has to stand the point. They can't give it up at any point. We have a defensive sound barrier coming out instead. This is REUNITED now trying to keep on the point. It's Too Easy in Winghaven. Winghaven goes down. Too Easy has to go back, or overtime is going to end. Too Easy going to rewind back. Can he get there in time? He will keep it in overtime. In comes Cruz. This is now absolute pandemonium over the point. This is desperation for REUNITED. Sound barrier going to drop. They have two Lucios. They're doing whatever they can to try and cap this point. A second sound barrier comes down. In comes Unfixed with the Dragon Blade. Unfixed on the Dragon Blade, looking for value. Has got two kills so far. Kai takes him down. And Cloud9 very close to holding this off, but we still see REUNITED streaming in. Mortain Cruz still on top. Too Easy getting in as well. Let's take a look at Voltaja. Voltaja coming in with the Pulse Bomb. Will he be able to get there in time? Cloud9 still trying to hang on to this. This is absolute craziness, X. And look at that bomb from Too Easy! Sorry, Voltaja and Too Easy combining. I think they both bombed at the same time, but regardless, 3 kills. They're moving forward. They're so close. They're a mere meter 36 away from extending this map. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to think, X.
I think they got a second teleporter up too. That's going to mean this fight's going to go even longer. Did they... They got it.
They got it. They got it. So that's 2 minutes remaining on the map as they got that last point and went to a very long overtime. A valiant effort by REUNITED to keep this map in progress.
It's absolutely bonkers. They're getting the teleporters up was a huge help. Winghaven now has his teleporter ready and available here if they want to keep the momentum up on this fight. It is dropped right now. Too Easy with the only ultimate in play right now with his Pulse Bomb.
Yeah, Too Easy with the Pulse Bomb. Could get some good value off, though. Looking to take out Surefour here in the back. Has to be careful. These Tracer fights very, very wrought with... you know, just needles or razor's edge type thing. Voltaja able to take out Kai. First kill of this push going to REUNITED. Too Easy able to take out Adam. Suddenly, the momentum is shifting. The wins are going for REUNITED here. They can get one more kill. This might be all they need. Unfixed with the Pulse Bomb. Able to take out Grego. Surefour, one of the last people remaining in the back. 2 Tracers back for both teams, but they're in trouble. They're getting mowed down. Both Tracers are down. And suddenly, REUNITED moving forward and on the verge of completing this map.
Very close here. They have both Tracers at spawn doors, preventing them.
Oh, they're
from getting
chaining
out of
kills
spawn.
now. And just like that, REUNITED bringing it back after a long overtime on the second point, completes the map in the end. What fight coming out of REUNITED?
That was bonkers. There was a Pulse Bomb by Voltaja there that really kind of sealed it off for him. But before that, Morte and Cruz keeping it alive on the double Lucio. It was such a good switch to go off of that Zenyatta to the Lucio. They're able to stagger those sound barriers. So much health on the cart. The sustain of Lucio kept that map alive forever. Let the offense come back in. And wow, I think that's the longest time we've ever seen on Numbani. After a day of fast maps, 10-17.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly that is a very, very beatable time for Cloud9, but I have to think Cloud9 is feeling a little bit salty over the fact that they weren't able to hold them there on the second point, because now they have to complete the map in order to take map number 1 in our grand final. Big shout outs to REUNITED there. That was a huge, huge comeback, and they have to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, that said, if they complete the map, they should have a better time because that is a very overtime-ridden time in Numbani. But we'll see. It's been bonkers. I don't even know how you were able to speak that long and that fast. Well done, sir.
Just gotta dig deep, X. Gotta dig deep. But we are moving on to the next round here. Cloud9, as mentioned, with a very, very beatable time. We'll see what they can do here. But we've seen really good defense out of REUNITED on this stage in Numbani as well. And here I'm just hoping, okay, we didn't crash. That was a very ominous black screen for a while, but life has returned, and now
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. There's always like the timeout where it's just like, wait a second. Actually, I think you might be right on this Eternal thing. They do have this sort of skyway going here. I wonder if that is what the Eternal is for. I don't know.
Maybe it's like
now I'm curious.
Like my dream for the future has never been flying cars. It's been like those tube transports, you know, like at the bank when you're driving through and you put the money in the little vacuum tube. I want those for people. That's my vision and dream for the future.
All right, so Hex, aka Elon Musk here with his Hyperloop. But
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
the
that's
Hyperloop
right.
stuff is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But taking a look here at the defense coming out for REUNITED, we're going to Voltaja on the McCree, Morte on Zenyatta, Too Easy on a Tracer, Cruz on the Symmetra, Unfixed on Junkrat, and Winghaven, of course, as always, going to be on the Reinhardt.
Yeah, as always, except when he's sometimes on the Symmetra. But offensively, we're going to have an offensive Widow, Reaver, coming out. He's had a great day on Widow. We're going to see double Scientists, Debit and Kai on Winston. Shore 4 will be on McCree, Adam on Mercy, and Grego on Lucio.
So taking a look here, Reaver, of course, has had some very big heroics in the past on this map. Thinking all the way back to some of our early matches in Beta 2, where he single-handedly sort of brought Cloud9, then I believe Google Me, to a really, really fifth map against Envious, or a very close fifth map, off of some great picks on Numbani.
Yeah, it's really where he made his name.
But
Before
he
that,
switched
it was,
to Reaver in the end. He was Widow in this, or sorry, switched to Fair in the end. So
all right.
there you go.
Yeah, Reaver's definitely made a name for himself in the last couple weeks. He used to be Shore 4 and company, but everyone on Cloud9 has really upped their game and looked very good lately.
Yep, so taking a look, Reaver right now not going in too quickly, waiting for the rest of his team, wants to come in with Farah off the flank, and he's going to get some elevation there. Debit with 2 quick kills on the Winston on the left side. That being said, REUNITED striking right back, getting some kills of their own. Now almost even between the two teams, but Voltaja shooting Reaver out of the sky, saying no, and Cloud9 gets shot back. Another kill by Voltaja. Nice stuff coming out from him. Voltaja, he is such a threat on the McCree.
Yeah, Unfixed did some work there as well on his Junkrat. Morte chased down Adam at the end to make sure that this push doesn't even get started till Adam comes back up, and a complete reset on the defense from REUNITED.
Yeah, and again, let's not underestimate Voltaja. He has done some really good stuff on McCree. And here comes Cloud9. They're coming up that same side again. Both Winstons leaping in, looking for value. The Winston play, of course, very feast or famine. Either they get kills early on or they just immediately die. Not much in between. Cruzo gonna get knocked off the ledge. So that's one down for the defense of REUNITED here, but they're going right back. Voltaja able to take out Cheer4, 5v5, and here comes the Deadeye from Voltaja. Good value out there. Takes out Grego, takes out Adam, and Morte with some cleanup on the Reaver. So REUNITED, very good patience in their position here, and they're gonna fully wipe out Cloud9.
Yeah, they started off with a really crucial pick too, because Cruz unable to get more charge and able to get that teleport up and reinforcements. Had they been able to get a couple more kills, they could have turned that fight in their favor, but just really nice DPS play coming out from REUNITED, and we've shown why this is one of their favorite maps.
Taking a look here from Reaver. Reaver is on the Widowmaker, deciding to try his luck here rather than the fair that he was on before. Maybe he'll get a pick, maybe not. It might be difficult with Winghaven providing that backup. Also, Unfixed could be dropping a Junkrat tire at any moment here. We're going to keep on the lookout on that. And Too Easy able to take out Reaver, but the Junkrat's going to go down before getting the tire, so back and forth with both teams. I believe it's 5v5. Hammer is down for the defense. Earthshatter landing its mark, killing Grego. And REUNITED now starting to swarm around the point. Debit looking for value if he can. Too Easy though, picks off a double kill. Voltaja getting a double kill of his own. And again, REUNITED going to hold strong here. And it's interesting for Cloud9 because while they do have 8 minutes to complete the map, they only have 2.5 minutes to take the first point.
Yeah, I'm not certain that the strategy is really working well here. Reaver, of course, did not get any value off of his Farah. Now on Widow, takes out Morte to begin the fight and takes out Too Easy.
Yeah, you say that's a quick 2 picks by Reaver. Reaver now on the hunt. This is what you need as Widow to open up the game. Grego able to get an extra kill on the wing. And Reaver with the triple kill. Reaver going off on Numbani. I feel like I've seen this movie before. Cheer4 picks up a double kill, and now, even if there is a teleport up, I don't know if not. I really don't think REUNITED can get back in time to contest this.
It was up and then taken out as well. They are going to get that point. 5 minutes added to the clock. There's 7:15 left to complete the map.
Some of the danger away now for Cloud9. I mean, the risk for them was if they got caught at point A and then didn't get the most of their time. But they will get the most out of that time. They have 7 minutes and 10 seconds left. And if they can get through the streets phase quickly, they will be very much threatening to win map 1 versus REUNITED.
Yeah, Reaver hits his ult too and actually gives vision to Shore4 that he's being flanked by Double Tracer, stops him in his track as he covers his left side.
I'm taking a look at Cheer4 here. Cheer4 going to want to try and land some good left clicks on these Tracers. It can be difficult though. They're very pesky, very hard to hit. And he gets in there, goes for the flashbang right click, not able to get it just yet, and Tracer going to get away, at least for now. Cheer4 not complete the kill. Meanwhile, we do have a Deadeye coming up from Cheer4. Will he be able to get decent value off it? No, he does not. Going back on the Tracer, doesn't kill it just yet, but there! Takes out Too Easy. Too Easy not getting away that time. As Cloud9 fighting, slugging it out in the streets phase.
Yeah, they've called in Reaper to deal with these double Winstons as well as Unfixed comes up there. Got a couple kills early on, able to take out Reaver as well. Unfixed then takes out Kai too.
Oh, Debit in trouble here. Unfixed on the prowl, looking for the triple kill. Gonna take him out, and nice stuff coming up from Unfixed. And Cloud9 now find themselves getting stuck in the same spot where Reunited was stuck for so long.
Yeah, it's not the hardest choice to make to add a Reaper into this composition to deal with these Winstons, but it's hard to make it work as well as Unfixed just did there. So now they have a big advantage. Ultimate's up on defense, but Ultimate's up on offense as well as they make decent progress on this card.
Yeah, and Pulse Bomb just got wasted, but oh no, Surefour walks into the room, gets absolutely mauled by the Symmetra turrets. Take a look at Reaver. Reaver coming in over the top, looking to drop some Terrifier here, making space, gets a nice rocket on the Morte, forces Morte, the blow is transcendent. Nice stuff coming up there from Reaver, but suddenly Reunited trying to swarm on top of Cloud9. We'll see if Cloud9 can survive this counter push. Oh, the Death Blossom comes in from Unfixed, gets the double kill. Unfixed just drops in and finds his kills.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the fight to him now. They might even drop offensive sound barrier here as Cruz is moving up with his tracers. They decide to hold on to it momentarily. Too easy's got a pulse bomb at the ready though. He's looking to
both
get
teams
behind.
have sound barrier here. I think we're going to see a sound barrier trade coming up in a moment. We'll see if Surefour can find some value with his Deadeye. He's been pretty good about that so far. One sound barrier comes down from the defense and the offense. Both sound barriers are out, in fact. And we see Surefour now coming over the top. Deadeye is active. Will he get anyone? He gets Cruz. Now he's moving forward. He's looking to get the Tracer back. 2 headshots and down goes Too Easy. Too Easy though leaves a parting gift with his pulse bomb. Resurrect is up by Adam though. Gonna bring up some of the fallen heroes here. Surefour getting Unfixed right after. And Cloud9 very close to getting this next checkpoint.
Yeah, they've definitely got the numbers on. Balataja is doing his best to stall it out. He eventually gets taken out by Reaver there. We've seen Pharah be a pretty decent counter to double Tracers in recent days.
And we see now Reunited regrouping a little bit, and take a look at this. Coming in from the back is Unfixed. Unfixed looking to go in. We'll see if he can get this Death Blossom. He's looking for the proper area to go in. But Death Blossom has been a huge factor in this game so far.
Yeah, he just wants to find the right angle. Maybe he can work with Balataja.
Oh, there's speed boosting, and he's looking for it. He's going to wait till his Winston Shield is no longer a factor. Winston Shield's definitely not giving him the value that he wants, but he's going back, looking to shoot on Grego. Drops the Death Blossom. Doesn't get the kills he wants, but Balataja able to get a double kill. Too Easy kills Reaver. It might not matter as much in the end. There is a big res by Adam, though, so Cloud9 still in this, at least for a little bit. Yeah,
full res. They have good presence on the card, although that High Noon gets absolutely crushed by Too Easy.
Very hot.
Yeah, the Cloud9 and Reunited. Oh no! Reaper just got knocked off by Debit!
Yeah, Debit going ham.
That was a big proper range play by Debit. Down goes the Reaper, and now Cloud9 going off this. They have the potential to keep this going forward.
Yeah, defensively,
time-wise too, they have all the time in the world. They have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to complete this map. Reunited has to hold for quite a while yet.
They do have a nice ult to be able to hold, though, as Morte has Transcendence up. He is on Zenyatta, ready to keep his whole team alive if they get rushed in on. Grego with a sound barrier, we could see a big initiation sometime soon as well.
Yep, Reaver might be switching off to a Widow here. He's going back. And yeah, there it is. Reaver switching to the Widow. He wants the Widow power for the last point.
Yeah, we've seen Widow make defining plays both on defense and offense on this map, so good sightlines, especially on this last point.
Yeah, Cloud9 just buying a little bit of time here, waiting for him to group up, looking for a more coordinated push in here. And let's take a look at Reaper. If Reaper can get just 1 or 2 picks, it could totally change the course of the game. Balataja able to kill Kai very early. They're going to use the res on him, bring him back up. Cloud9 wants to be at full strength for this. Resurrect is down. No picks just yet for Reaver. The poking definitely in favor of Reunited. The Tracers are coming in. Offensive sound barrier is out though. Reaver though gets another chance. Defensive sound barrier is out. Not gonna be able to kill anything just yet. Too Easy and Unfixed with kills in the backline. Reaver though kills Too Easy. Reaver looking. Will he be able to get more? No. Morte takes him out. And so far, very much in favor of Reunited on this push.
They've done a really good job of shutting down Surefour's High Noon. It is the second time he popped it and got taken out immediately before he was able to shoot anyone. Denying that, they're also doing a good job holding top and splitting up the offensive push. They're not able to come through top because there's people there. They're not able to come through middle. There's people there, and they're rotating really well on defense.
And take a look at Unfixed here. Unfixed has his Death Blossom. He's ready for the next push. Balataja on deck with Pulse Bomb. Morte with the Transcendence and Too Easy with the Attack Visor. They are really well positioned for a long defense here. And this is actually an interesting thing here. Because of the long overtimes here, the time left on the map is actually less than the overall time for Cloud9 to finish. So this is, you don't see this very often. In fact, I'd say you almost never see this.
Now, it's a first for me.
All right, so I'm taking a look here. Unfixed looking for his opportunity to drop down. He's setting up Cloud9. He's measuring them. He wants to go in. He's waiting for his opportunity. There are no Winstons here that really interfere with his Death Blossom. So Unfixed right now, just waiting for the go-ahead. Reaver, though, able to get the first pick, gets Winghaven. Unfixed, you need to go in soon. Cloud9 is setting up even more so. Unfixed still waiting. Looking for his opportunity. No, the Death Blossom's going to come here, but he hasn't gone just yet. He's waiting for so long. And he might have lost his opportunity. Defensive Transcendence is out. And Cloud9 now past that point. I think he lost his point to drop in on them. I thought it was going to happen. Did not happen. Winghaven, though, and Morte able to get some defensive kills in the back. Surefour, though, goes off, gets 3 kills of his own. This is not yet over for Cloud9 as they move forward.
Unfixed,
though, able to kill Surefour. And the one thing about that entire exchange where we thought Unfixed was going to drop down is that Unfixed still has his Death Blossom.
Yeah, no, I thought it was actually pretty good patience. There was a window where he could have dropped it in, but they were getting enough kills. It was scrappy enough, and there wasn't really any pressure on the cart. There was no reason to really kill people as they were abandoning the cart going to the backside.
I'm taking a look here. We see REUNITED being pretty aggressive on their defense. They don't have to hold out for much longer. They have to hold out for 40 seconds, which means that they do have to hold out in an overtime phase as well. Too easy, and Winghaven combined for 2 kills early on. Reaver and Surefour striking right back. And look at this, we still have the Death Blossom from Unfixed. When is he going to use it?
Right now.
He drops in. Will patience pay off? Gets the double kill. Will he get more? He's almost participating in a triple kill. Looking for the extra on the Reaver. Reaver in trouble. Drops a pulse bomb. He Wraith forms out of it. And time-wise, only 17 seconds remain for Cloud9 here in Numbani. Cloud9 has to start moving this. I don't think they can. I think 12 seconds left. This should be REUNITED's map.
Yup, that's game. What a map. So even across regions, these teams have been so closely matched all throughout the day. REUNITED, a representative from EU, takes down Cloud9 on the first map. A good map for both teams in Numbani, but REUNITED looking a little
This just means Cloud9 has them right where they want them, right?
Yeah, Cloud9.
I mean, this has been Cloud9 all day where they lose the first map no matter what, so. I don't know. Adam with the res there. Pretty good res. And we'll see just what we have in store for us here in our second map for the grand final. And I'll note that Ilios is in the map pool, guys, so buckle your seatbelts. It could get wild and crazy here today.
Yeah, for those of you tuning in late, wondering why it might be a good thing Cloud9 lost the first map. Their first 2 sets, they also lost the first map before they brought back both of those on their way to the grand finals. REUNITED actually was, won their bracket, side of the bracket pretty easily, mostly 2-0s. And yeah, now these teams are meeting in the finals. First map goes to REUNITED, our EU representative playing in our NA region, playing across servers with 120 ping, a very strong defense. One of the craziest Numbani maps we've ever seen, and we'll see where we're going to next for game 2.
Yeah, game 2, lots of options, of course, are on the table for both teams. Maybe we see Route 66. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Did Route 66 get banned? I don't know. I feel like it was in the map pool, but yeah, it was the last thing to get banned. So Route 66 could be next up for Cloud9. They've done pretty well on it today. Also in the map pool, for those who aren't around, we have Kings Row, Old Reliable, Ilios, and Hollywood.
Yeah, so mostly payload. Ilios, of course, a King of the Hill map that we barely ever see in competitive play. Has some large gaping holes in the map to be able to boot people into and off of. Like many King of the Hills, it is very positional oriented. We'll see where we're going to next. It appears that we might be going to Hollywood.
Hollywood very well could be the map choice. Let's see it confirm with the teams here that it will be Hollywood, and yes, it is going to be Hollywood. So we're going to Hollywood. REUNITED striking first blood, up 1-0 over Cloud9. Cloud9 looking to bring it back here on Hollywood.
Yeah, Cloud9 had a really strong defense on this map earlier today. They didn't allow first point to be given up. They took the map very quickly. So they were very strong in it. I haven't seen REUNITED on this map in a bit, so it could go either way. Yeah, we'll see. Teams taking a second, catching their breath as well. Whew, I agree. It's been a long day. Not even
a long day, but it might be longer. I mean, this is a series that really has potential to go 5. Both these teams are phenomenal, and they played each other very, very close on Numbani.
Yeah, and both teams are just, I mean, especially Cloud9, no easy road to get here. They have to be exhausted.
Definitely. So, be ready to go here in a moment, and we'll just see what both teams have in store for us here on Hollywood. Interesting thing I will note about Cloud9 in general is that at first in the day we thought the double Winston was sort of a Route 66 specific strategy, but they are really favoring the double Winston in a lot of situations on a whole boatload of maps thus far.
Yeah, I mean, it's not often you see characters doubled up as of late. For there was a couple weeks where it was mostly single heroes and kind of a throwback to Beta 1 type things. And then we saw double Tracers coming into it. Double Winstons are in partial response to that because double Tracers can deal with one Winston fairly easily. Double Tracers can deal with one of anything fairly easily as well. But those Winstons have been great as far as initiation. And a lot of it is just creating chaos. Cloud9 is using it in a really strange way where they'll bait a team to come in, throw their Winstons to the backside of them, and then it's just chaos, and they feel like they can win those chaotic fights, and they have so far.
All right, and REUNITED is ready. Cloud9 is ready. Map number 2 about to be underway. This is Hollywood. This is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly Grand Finals. Here we go. I hope. This is where the dramatic pause where both teams say they're ready. It's just like dramatic pause and go.
It's like when you're waiting for a stoplight, and you're like, 3, 2, 1, green now. And it never turns green.
Yeah, my dramatic intro has absolutely failed. They didn't hit start when they said both teams were ready.
You did your best, though. So I know
now I'm just going to revert to 12-year-old and Brood War status and just spam go, 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 go in the chat.
I don't think that works either, though.
No, but I mean, people typed it anyways. It's sort of one of those feel-good superstition things. You join a custom map or something, and you just start saying go, 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 go over and over again. I don't know why that was a StarCraft thing, but
well, we've had a lot of people join us here late for our final. So welcome into the GosuGamers NA Weekly Cup. This is our 10th one. We do these every week, Saturday and Sunday. If you have not gotten a chance yet, our Matcherino codes are out, so we don't have any codes to give you for Matcherino. But if you want to go and donate to the prize pool, that is available. ! Matcherino. More importantly, if you want to get a copy of Overwatch, G2A will tell you how to enter in those giveaways. DX Racer will enter you into a chair giveaway as well. And of course, if you need to support yourself, while you're having your chair, you need a keyboard, you need a mouse. Rockhat has been our initial sponsor, getting us going from the start. So please support them as well. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to all of our viewers today. Without you, nothing is possible.
Yep, so we're getting started here on Hollywood, and no surprise coming up from Cloud9, they are going to rep their double builder defense. There used to be a point where the meta was all double builder defense in Hollywood for basically every team, but at some point that sort of fell out of favor. It fell out of favor more so when Torbjorn got initially nerfed. There was a point where Torbjorn was a little bit better than he was now. He got toned down a bit, and that sort of saw the end of double builder for most teams, but not Cloud9. Cloud9 still likes running their Torbjorn and Symmetra on this map. A few other teams do as well, but they're not quite as consistent. I mean, Cloud9 almost always runs on this map under most situations.
Yep. And, the double builder is, a little bit of a misnomer, as Symmetra has just been in every combination lately.
Yeah. Symmetra used to be more of a specialist. Now are you running on offense? There's a Symmetra. You're running defense with Symmetra. But looking at the offense here, Hex, I'll let you read it out, but I don't think we're going to see the offensive Symmetra, at least not yet.
No, it doesn't look like it. Valitaja, I feel confident, is going to be playing on McCree, one of the best McCrees in the game. Too Easy will be playing Zarya. Morte comes up on Widowmaker. That might just be early on, and then he might switch off. Cruz will be playing Lucio Unfixed on Pharah, and Winghaven on Reinhardt, and there goes Morte. He's going to be playing Mercy trailing that Pharah around.
I'm just taking a look at Valitage's point of view. Valitaja has been really good about getting quick picks on his McCree. Very, very good at it. He is rushing in, and REUNITED not taking the slow and steady approach at all. But note that turret here, that turret from Kai. He didn't let them destroy it. He just put it up for a while to be a distraction, then put up a new one. Interesting stuff coming out from him. I don't know if he got too much value off it, but I like the idea. And now we see REUNITED deciding to slow it down a little bit, not going full ham. They're actually waiting for the next Lucio speed boost. Now they're going full ham. They're rushing right in there, swinging the hammer and then some. Devin and Cheerfor, though, combining for 2 quick kills for the defense. Looking at Cheerfor as he moves over. He's just taken out by Unfixed. So Unfixed, though, taken out as well. Too Easy, Morte, and Cruz, the only ones remaining. Morte, I think, trying to build that Resurrect. I don't think he was able to get it off, though, and no, he goes down, and in fact, a defensive Resurrect comes up. I think REUNITED is just going to have to back up here and wait for push number 2.
Yeah, Unfixed chose to stay up there on the high ground at Mercy, and he got kind of walked in on by a tank, hit with a hammer. Not really the best play out of that Mercy, but I think they knew they were going to die there. They were fine feeding ults a little bit, trying to get their own ults up as well. Or Morte,
I'm taking a look here. Let's see, did Adam get his teleporter up in that? No, he does not have his teleporter up just yet. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer. He did not get as many orb hits as he probably would have liked. But taking a look here at Reaver. Reaver on top looking for the picks. It is not a very friendly air for Unfixed here. Unfixed has to be very careful about where he goes. He will be in Reaver's sight otherwise. You see the Graviton Surge, though, coming down, looking for that immediately. Unfixed lands a good rocket on the Reaver, but 2 kills here already for the defense. Resurrect comes up from Morte. Will it turn the tides? Earthshatter comes in. So decent materials for a turnabout here. I don't know if it's going to work out that way. Winghaven takes out Surefour. Defensive Resurrect comes out, and down goes Reaver. Unfixed able to chase that down. Unfixed has the Mercy power boosting him. He's in good position here. Going to get the defensive teleporter. Kill feed all in favor of Reunited right now. Kai in trouble on the Torbjorn. Will he go down? He will go down. Takes a rocket to the dome. And now Cloud9, their double builder defense in shambles. They are getting bullied out here by the offense of Reunited.
Yeah, absolutely. That resurrection was phenomenal there. They were able to clean up after the resurrection as well. Molten Core did not do enough work, and now they've got all the doors locked down and shut down. They're capturing this first point.
Raton Surges coming out from Too Easy. Pulling a few people in, we'll see if it's worth it. Certainly going to kill Reinhardt if nothing else. Down goes Debit. And now Reunited is going to want to try and keep this offensive momentum as they move into the Streets phase.
Yeah, Reaver's going to have to get some godlike picks here. He is up on the defensive Widowmaker. He's got his optical wall hacks up. He's going to be
look at
trying
this.
to
Beautiful shots onto that Mercy there by Unfixed. Not able to kill him just yet, though. Kai takes out Morte. And Reunited have to be a little bit careful as I set up here, maybe back up, refocus, etc. They still have the barrage up, but the advantage here for Cloud9 is that because Reunited is grouping up, this is going to let Cloud9 fully set up on the rooftops and get their ideal defensive setup.
Yeah, they're making a big transition, though. Morte came off of Mercy, even with Resurrection fully charged.
Oh, Too Easy versus Reaver, and Too Easy, not having any of Reaver's shenanigans, takes him out the pick. And now, in terms of Widow momentum, all in favor of Reunited. Can Too Easy get another pick? If he does, it would be huge. It would enable them to just continually move forward. Too Easy able to take out Kai. This is really, really good for Reunited. Now they can be aggressive. They might rush down this other roof. Here comes Too Easy, rushing this down. Doesn't even care the fact that there's 3 people up there. Lands an AoE Widow Mine, so some razzle-dazzle coming out from Too Easy to lay down a lot of damage.
Yeah, pretty nice. Reaver comes back up, though, and takes out Winghaven on the cart, trying to get some work
He's
done.
under a bit of pressure, and look at Too Easy. Too Easy is flanking with this Widow. He's still a threat in the back. Voltaja able to take out Reaver with the bomb. He's rezzed immediately, but goes down again. Voltage with the double kill onto one player. Too Easy takes out Grego. And Reunited now moving the cart basically at will at this point. The kill feed all red. Surefour able to be a little bit of a barrier for Cloud9, and he's going to creep to the back here. We'll see if it's enough.
Yeah, we see this double Mercy play coming out again. A new strategy we've seen today only from Cloud9. They're running it again, trying to damage boost all their hit scan classes.
Yep, Deadeye coming out from Surefour. Surefour looking to be the hero here, gets a double kill. McCreeping successful, as it were. Now looking at Voltaja, seeing if he can get Voltaja add on to a third kill, but no, Voltaja not having any of that. Voltaja almost being Surefour's bane so far in this game, but Surefour gets a second life. Voltaja already in hot pursuit, though. Has to be careful.
We take one step closer to my Nightmare as they come up with 3 Tracers on offense right now.
Yeah, 3 Tracers. You don't see this all that often, but with the Symmetra backing it up, it's not a bad idea in the least.
Well, Too Easy does transition into a Reaper. Finally, thank you. Whew.
Okay, so I think that's just Too Easy wanting to be versatile, switching something else.
Now he's
Surefour, though, able to take out Morte here. Looking at Unfixed, and Fix looking to penetrate the defense, do something to make some openings here. Surefour, though, with the kill on the Morte, making this a little bit rough.
Yeah, defense has definitely stabilized here. They're getting kills with their tank. The card is moving a little bit, but this double Mercy strat seems to be working out well for them. It has worked in the past. They're going to have Resurrections up like no other.
Well, I will say this, is that certainly thus far, Reunited has not handled the double Mercy anywhere near as well as Luminosity did. Luminosity showed, I think, a bit more aggression, and it really worked out in their favor. Reunited, not as aggressive, and Cloud9 having a bit more success because Luminosity looked amazing on Hollywood.
Yeah, Too Easy with a couple kills really early on there, but they're going to be negated by a Resurrection, and that's a 6v3 right now in favor of the defense.
Yep, Debit right now has Earthshatter at the ready. Might be dropping in here in a moment. Reaver able to take out Morte, so the defense really stabilizing, and Reunited now just looking a little bit lost, but a nice bomb from Unfixed takes out Debit. I thought Debit was actually going to live there, apparently not. But the bigger problem here for Reunited is that they are down a lot of people. Too Easy now looking to take out Reaver. Will get that shot. Any plan for Reunited that involves getting past this next point definitely will need good picks like that.
Yeah, I mean, they have to deal with Reaver, but generally when they deal with him, there's been a Resurrection up, so it's kind of the never-ending kill.
Gonna take a look here. Debit on the defense does have an Earthshatter up. We'll see just what he can do with it here. 2 minutes remain. Reunited still a bit stymied in the Streets phase, and you hate to see this happen, but it does happen to teams more often than you want, where if they don't get through the Streets phase early, it can be rough. And Too Easy again, taking out Reaver, Too Easy really finding his Widowmaker groove, but the overall and the rest of the team, it hasn't quite panned out yet. We do have an offensive sound barrier coming out. Maybe this is what Reunited needs.
Nice.
Reunited moving
Shatter,
forward.
though.
Can they get an extra pick? They already killed Reaver. No, Devin able to go in and take out Winghaven. It's 5v4. That's not quite the numbers advantage they want. And Too Easy now. Winston in his face doing horrible things.
They have to
Unfixed with a
resist.
double kill in the backline. There will be no resurrect. Both Mercies are down. A triple kill for Unfixed.
Single-handedly getting them to the point there. Reaver's trying to get back on the action kick. It's 2 kills for the 3
Oh,
kills.
Reaver is back! Reaver is back! He died early, the Too Easy B comes back with a triple kill! Reaver saving Cloud9, being the hero, makes it a quad, takes out Morte!
Wow.
My goodness!
Now everyone's back alive. There is one resurrection available.
Oh,
for
and he
Lego.
takes out Too Easy, gets the revenge kill just for good measure.
Yeah,
Wow.
They figured they might as well just use the res there. Only a minute left remaining to get this point. They bring Shore4 back to life. Adam probably has his resurrection about to go as Grego just used his. This double res comp is so cool. It's not the first time we've seen it today, but it is working much better.
It's not bad for defense, I will say that much. And take a look here, we're taking a look at Reaver, seeing if he can get an extra pick off. Too Easy looking for that. There's one more push left here for the side of Reunited. We'll see if they can make it happen or not. The first few kills are going to be absolutely crucial. But even then, the Resurrect is on deck for the defense, so we'll see just how this works out. Here comes Reunite. They're speed boosting in. They are looking for blood. They have no time to waste. 22 seconds left on the map. Morte over the top with Unfixed. Unfixed looking for the kills. Thus far, no one has fallen yet on either team for this push. It's been relatively bloodless, but that needs to change soon. Shore4 takes out Voltaja. Unfixed takes out Grego. One Mercy is down. Will Adam use his res? 2 extra kills. Adam not able to use his
Grego,
res?
though.
Or no, he did use it. He did use
He used
his
his
res.
res,
So
but he
now,
missed Grego. Grego had his res up
Yeah.
and still remains dead right now. He's
and
gonna
Too
be
Easy
out
with
of
the
the
pick on
fight.
Reaver. Reunited not dead here yet. They're moving forward. Both teams trading out kills. This is the last gas for Reunited. They have to stand here. But Primal Rage coming up for the defense. It's going to buy them a decent amount of time here. Devin able to take out Winghaven. And meanwhile, take a look at Shore4. Shore4 on the cart, looking to take out Cruz. Cruz in trouble. He's just trying this delay and keep overtime in progress. Overtime ends. That's it. Pulse bomb goes down. It goes in the shield. Uselessly. Too Easy able to take out Adam, though. It's back and forth here. Reaver takes out Cruz. Reaver on top is going to get taken out by Unfixed. Unfixed and Morte doing a lot of cleanup here instead. And does Reunite have what it takes to bring to the next point? They take out another Reinhardt. They're getting so close here. Hex and Barrage is on deck.
Adam
Oh my
tried to
goodness,
get in there
Adam just got
fast.
crunched. And there it is. They get to the last point with 2 minutes remaining. Reunited, barely staying alive, and shades of Nambani there, Hex.
Yeah, I mean, these teams could not be any
Wow.
closer. This Resurrection defense has been just running, I don't know, it's been insane. Everyone's alive all the time for defense. Grego has his Resurrection up. Morte's got a res up. There's so many res up. Heroes never die.
Yep, here's another dive there, moving forward. Unfixed with the barrage at the ready. We're going to see what happens as they move forward. Ultimate-wise, 2 reses on the defensive side, so we'll just see how that works out for them. Watching both teams poke back and forth. We see a defensive Winston diving in. Cloud9 wanting to take the fight to Reunited, not wanting to let Reunited set up. The Winstons have been very, very disruptive so far. We're seeing Unfixed now looking for his opportunity. Too Easy able to take out Reaver. Wait, they took each other out!
Yep.
Both Widows mutually killed each other. Wow.
Oh, those bullets got to fire across the Atlantic, you know.
Yep, Resurrect coming up for the offense. Here comes Unfixed. Unfixed looking for this barrage. Wants to drop it at any moment. 3 kills for Reunited as they move in after that res, making the most of it. 2 kills, though, coming right back for Cloud9. And here comes the barrage. Takes out Shore4. Not much else. Actually gets stunned out of it. And that, look at that. That let him save a lot of ult. He still has 50% ult.
Yeah, I mean, he's been holding that ult for forever. It seems like the last 5 minutes he's had that barrage ready to go. Well, now only used half of it somehow.
Shore4 might have done him a favor there because he got the kill on Shore4 with the ultimate. Now it's going to be back up in a second. He just killed Reaver. Nice juggle coming out from Unfixed. And Justice going to be waiting for above sooner than anyone might think.
Yeah, I mean, a nice push here. They're really chaining deaths now. It's been all Reunited in the kill feed.
Yeah, they're coming in. Look at this. Barrage going to be coming out from Unfixed in a moment.
Nice.
Justice range from above. Triple kill for Unfixed. Wow, two barrages. You don't see that happen every day. 4 kills, 5 kills now for Reunite as they move forward. And they might come back from the brink of defeat and complete this map out.
Yeah, Kai almost jumps over the cart trying to stall it out, and they are going to finish the map. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Wow, and we saw this twice in a row. That's incredible. So again, Cloud9 going to have a lot of time to work with here, but as we saw from Nambani, it doesn't matter if Reunited plays an even stronger defense.
Such a cool cool skin.
I think this is the second point where Reaver came right back. He died early in the fight. He came back and absolutely went off on the entire Reunited team. First pick, too easy. Down, looks for more. Takes out Cruz, looks for Unfix, grabs it. Absolute beauty coming out from Reaver, and that bought Cloud9 a whole ton of time.
Yeah, I mean, early on in Cloud9's career, we mentioned that, you know, Reaver wasn't always showing up, but when he showed up huge. Now he's been consistently showing up huge, and he is a force to be reckoned with. 10:48.
Yep, 10:48 is the time. 15 seconds remaining until the next match, and we're going to see what Cloud9 has up their sleeve for their attack run.
I mean, yeah, like it's all the world, you know, all the time in the world to work with. You know, 10 minutes is a long time, but it doesn't matter if you get stopped at first point or second point either. They have to complete the map in a faster time. If it takes them overtime to do it, fine, but I think it's going to be close. For some reason, I just think it's going to be close. These two teams are so evenly matched.
So, moving on to the next map, we are going, or next round rather, this is the reverse. It's going to be Cloud9 on the attack, Reunited on the defense, and we've seen some really good defense out of Reunited in the past year, Hex.
Yeah, I've mentioned it time and time again that to be a complete team in Overwatch, your defense has to be on point. We've seen IDDQD, the undisputed top team in Overwatch right now, absolutely dominate on defense. They have a good offense to go along with it, but this is where your bread is buttered. Being able to shut teams out on first points will win you maps, and Reunited's going to do their best here to try to do it. Valutaja and Cruz will both be running on Lucios for the moment. That might just be to speed boost the Symmetra out to get her out quicker, get those turrets up faster. One thing I can say with confidence, yes, they are running 4 Lucios. This is cool. If you're new to Overwatch, what they're doing now is speed boosting the Symmetra to get her to the point as fast as possible, getting as many turrets as up and in place as possible as well. However, now they are on their original roster. Winghaven will be playing the Reinhardts. Cruz will be staying on the Lucio. Morte will play the Zenyatta. Too easy on that Symmetra. Valutaja, of course, on McCree, and Unfixed with a defensive Junkrat. So a different style of defense here from Reunited.
Yep, they're Reunited not favoring that double builder defense, deciding that Aardvark does not pay off, not really caring for the Torbjorn, but we're looking at the offense here, and this is interesting. We have Reaver on the Widowmaker, Debit on the Reinhardt, but Kai, we've seen him do a great Hanzo in Hollywood before. We haven't seen it in a long time. Hanzo's making his comeback here, though, today. I have no doubt that that's going to stay the way it is. God, why?
Yeah, you should have so much.
We've seen. I should have said the extra part, but we've seen good stuff out of Kai's Hanzo before. But no, he goes to Zarya.
Hey, I like
Draco on the Lucio and Share4 on McCree. I mean, maybe I deserve that. I don't.
Oh, you totally deserve that because he was switching characters while you were talking.
Oh well. Taking a look here as they move forward. We were going to be looking for these early picks on Widowmaker. Does not get the over-the-top grapple pick, however. And look at this defense from Reunited being very, very oppressive very, very quickly. 3 kills immediately. Full team effort just denying Cloud9 as they tried to get in. 4 kills. And Reunited just slamming the door on the Cloud9 saying, no thank you, try again.
That is a full reset. They might even go chase down Reaver. Reaver has to back out of there quickly. So yeah, that buys him a full minute.
Yep, full mint being bought, and I mean, honestly, Cloud9 has all the time in the world, not the biggest deal. Obviously, every little bit matters for Reunited, but we'll see how things go. Cloud9 is going to get in through the back this time. Reaper is still a little bit further back, and look at Valutaja. Valutaja doesn't want Reaper back here. Reaper just going to get assassinated by Lucian and Valutaja. Nice decision-making coming out of there from Reunited, and now they're going to move forward. Widow threat extinguished and try and mop up the rest of the Cloud9 team.
Yeah, they can be pretty aggressive here if Adam stays alive. He does have Resurrection available, and he's going to need it as they are getting aggressed on.
Yeah, Valutaja, again, extra kill. Take a look at Unfixed here. Unfixed on the Junkrat, getting some good value as well. Down goes Debit. Teamwork all around, and look at the ultimate situation here. The next push probably not going to work out all that well for Cloud9 because Reunited is now sitting on 4 ultimates. And one of those ultimates, a Teleporter. Teleporter is up. Junkrat Tire's up. Transcendence, Earth Shatter. They got it all.
Yeah, not Grant. Adam needs to stay alive here and use his own version of Teleporter, which is that Resurrection. If his teammates die, they could be very aggressive here, maybe go for a sacrificial kind of play.
Well, Debit is a Earthshatter threat here, and he comes in with the Earthshatter, lands a good one. 2 kills down, but look at that, the tire comes out from Unfixed, immediately equalizing the fight. Both teams training out, but look at the res coming in from Adam. That is a very good res coming in from Adam, going to give Cloud9 a lot of momentum here. And now Cloud9 with full control of the point, gets an extra 2 kills on Reunited, and Adam really making the difference with that Mercy res. There are people coming back in through the Teleporter. It might not be over yet. Defensive Transcendence is out. Voltaja with the triple kill, Deadeye! It was high noon. He came back into the fight, got value, and now Cloud9, that was once looking so dominant, is just pushed back again.
Feels like an oversight that they didn't commit more to check out that teleporter in the backside. Once they got back in, they hit all their ults and able to stabilize that defense. Now only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on it. I don't know if they didn't know it was there, didn't really take it seriously enough, but that teleporter just saved this point.
And Reunited has to be feeling good here. I mean, yes, there's only 8 minutes left in the map or thereabouts, but they can end it in 2 minutes if they hold here on point A.
Yeah, European teams have locked teams out of points before. Their defense is their staple. It's their strong suit right now, and they're showing a strong defense here as Reunited.
Kai not messing around though, looking for the Graviton Surge. Going to get 3 people in that Graviton Surge, but Reinhardt, Shield, and Soundbearer offering them a lot of protection. And the meanwhile in the back, 3 kills for Reunited. Cloud9 now at half strength as they try and stay down here. Kai going to get outgunned perhaps. Reaver and Surefour though equalizing, getting 2 extra kills. Might not be over yet. Symmetra though right in the back of Kai going to take him out. Too easy. Left clicking and mouse wanting like a champion. Well, I mean, it's really Symmetra's thing in that point.
Yeah. Okay, so now we do see a little bit of a switch up. Kai comes off of the Zarya, maybe not getting the initiation he wanted. He does come up on Winston instead. Debit has his Earth Shatter. You can combo that with Surefour's High Noon. They have to do something here with only 90 seconds left to take this point.
Yeah, I mean, they're slowly running out of time. That being said, let's not underrate Debit. Debit has been a huge force for Cloud9. He's hit some very good Earth Shatters in many a match. Some good Earth Shatters in this game that almost won them the point before. So Debit, the player of the watch here. Reaver in the backup as Widow. And let's see if the hammer is brought down.
They're trying to crack the shield earlier to get Debit a really
Look
nice
at this
Earth
positioning
Shatter.
from Reunited. They're going into the building. They're not letting Cloud9 do what they want to do. And Winghaven crunching Surefour on the defense. 3 kills now for Reunited. I think Reunited just razzle-dazzled Cloud9. That was such a good defensive rotation.
Yeah, I don't know where Cloud9 thought they were going. Did they think they were just leaving in the house? They weren't going to come around back at the top, but the flank heart really just takes out the primary target in Surefour. When Surefour is out of it, a lot of their damage is off the table and a nice defense.
Yeah, and I mean, the only upside here for Cloud9 is that they didn't use the Earth Shatter before. The Earth Shatter is getting used now. Devin and Surefour combined for 2 quick kills. Sound Barrier is down. Voltaja looking for the High Noon, but it's not happening. Deadeye unsuccessful.
They got it out.
Cloud9 suddenly very much threatening here. That is a full wipe. Every last member of Reunited is down, and Cloud9 finally going to start the streets phase. And again, they hold on for a while in the defense. They still have 6 minutes, 15 seconds left, so they do have a lot more time than you normally expect. And Debit, I think, going to switch off to a Winston here. And there it is.
Yeah, really good for these rooftops. Winston's jump great to initiate. Reaver already holding rooftops. They might send one up there just to throw a shield.
Reaver versus Too Easy already happening. They both trading off, but Too Easy making it look easy as he takes out Reaver there, and now Too Easy going to have a momentum, at least for the next little part of this game. Nothing much going to be threatening his Widowmaker.
I would have liked to see one of the Winstons go up there and drop a shield around Reaver. I don't see why they didn't. They have 2 of them. They were both just sitting on the cart. It makes no sense to me.
Yep, so take a look here. Too Easy in the back, looking for any sort of pick he can get, landing those shots on the Winston. And honestly, a headshot on the Winston does a lot of damage, not to be underestimated. Reaver is back in the game. Surefour takes out Unfixed. Momentum perhaps shifting in favor of Cloud9 here. Kai in the back is Prowler, and it is High Noon. Surefour landing the 3-person Deadeye. Take a look, Too Easy here, trying to do at least a little bit in the back, looking for the pick on Reaver. Is able to land it. Will Too Easy work some magic here? Looking for Mercy, not able to get it. Actually backs out, has Debit all up in his business, and Debit going to take him down.
You say it's monkey business?
It is absolute monkey business. I'll say that pun unflinchingly.
Gotta own it, man. Own it.
So, what we see here is Cloud9 able to make the most of that off of the great Deadeye from Surefour. Too Easy not able to land enough snipes there, perhaps, but they're moving forward and on the way to potentially evening up the series 1-1.
It's going to be up to Unfixed to really slow down this double Winston. He started off early, got 1 fix on the Winston. He does take down Adam, too, takes out that resurrection option, really kind of holding it together as best he can.
Surefour and Reaver combining for 3 kills so far on this push, really handing it to Rena and then some. Morte trying to get away. Surefour with the chase down. Peacemaker to the dome, gets Unfixed as well, fans the hammer, and Surefour moving forward, really putting the team on his back in the last minute here.
Yeah, Surefour running wild. They've got about 4 minutes left to finish out this map, and after getting stalled out on first, they've been forced through the streets phase.
Yep, Voltaja coming back. Really back and forth here on both sides, but the momentum definitely in favor of Cloud9.
I think they're happy just to put some time on this cart while waiting for Surefour to come back up. They do have an offensive sound barrier if they so choose, but they're not even being contested right now. They want to see Reaper do his work on offensive Widow, who's become a staple of this Hollywood last point in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep, we see it coming over here, unfixed with the Death Blossom at the ready. He's gonna move over. Speed boost is out. He's coming in, looking for the Death Blossom. Gets killed already. 3 people down. Resurrect is gonna come up, undo some of that damage for Cloud9. In comes the Death Blossom from unfixed. Gets 1 kill, gets 2. 2 kill Death Blossom, and they are swarming over the point, looking to take out Adam and Reaver. Reaver able to scoot away, but it doesn't matter. Most of his team is already dead.
Reaver getting damage boosted up top, trying to clean out what's left of the cart on the bottom here. Ultimates are hugely in favor of offense right now.
Yep, so looking forward here, we have Reaper on the point, looking back, trying to deal with some of these Winstons. Absolute monkey business going on as Cloud9 is pushing forward here. Unfixed, nowhere close to a Death Blossom, but a big Earth Shatter comes out from Winghaven, sets up 3, 4 kills for the Reunited side. And they're going to hold, at least for now, against Cloud9. They still have to hold for 3 more minutes, though, Hex.
Yeah, that was the defense they needed. It's a good defense because they were able to take out Adam. Otherwise, that Resurrection would have come off. However, that Resurrection is available. Sound Barrier is available. They also have High Noon. We'll see if they can use those in any sort of combination to deal with it. Too Easy, though, has been doing some decent work on his 76.
And well, speaking of Too Easy's going forward, has him in his sights. Tech Visor's out, gets a quick kill on the Adam. There will be no Resurrect here for Cloud9. Debit, though, able to take out Too Easy right away. Evens things out 5-5. Look at Debit. Debit giving Reinhardt all he can handle and more. The Tesla cannons are active. He is getting electrocuted through that shield. Surefour takes out Voltage. Cloud9 on the attack. Unfixed, able to take out Reaver. At the very least, giving a little bit of hope to the defense, but the Winston pressure is very real. Momentum is on Cloud9's side. 3 extra kills for them as they move forward, and now it is panic mode for Reunited.
Yeah, Unfixed was able to take out Reaver, but it cost him his ultimate to do it, so that ultimate now not available. They took him out in short order based on his positioning, and now these
look
Winstons...
at this, they're coming in. They are absolutely scoring the point. I don't think they can get back here in time. There's 2 minutes remaining on the clock, which means that Cloud9 will take map number 2 versus Reunited with time to spare. Our series is now 1-1.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Take a look at this play of the game coming up from Adam.
Yeah, the Resurrections were absolutely huge here. It might be the res... Nope, it's the last point.
Some of these Mercy play games are a little confusing, I suppose, but... Either way, Cloud9 putting on a very impressive show. They are able to complete the map in time. And now we're going to go to map number 3, and we're guaranteed at least 4 maps here in our grand finals.
Yeah, we might end up in map 5 Ilios here. Who knows? These are such close matches. They've been so hotly contested. Really interesting play. New strategies coming out. The double Mercy stuff's been very cool on defense. Been Cloud9's new thing. And I'm just getting word from chat. Super important note here that Winston is an ape, not a monkey.
That is a clear clarification. We're going to have to work that in at some point. Tell him I'm not a monkey, I'm a scientist. I mean, saying the scientist goes in isn't, I mean, there's no, how many puns can you make with monkey jokes, monkey business, apes, going ape versus I'm a scientist?
That's, you know, the scientific method, and we could work that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't really
not feeling it anywhere near as much.
Doesn't really have the pop.
Maybe we're just going to be prejudiced and just judge Winston on his appearance. I don't know. But in all seriousness, looking forward here to the next map. We are waiting for Reunited's choice. It will be their map choice of the remaining maps we have in our pool. For those who are just tuning in and wondering what those maps are, we have played Numbani, we have played Hollywood. Remaining in the pool, Route 66, Kings Row, and everyone's favorite wild card, Ilios.
I don't think we'll see Ilios until we go to a map 5. Of course, you know, who knows? I just don't think that teams are really comfortable enough on it, but maybe they're not comfortable enough to have it be their decider map at least. We'll see. It doesn't matter to me. They're going to play close. These teams have been so closely matched. Of course, it is worth noting that Reunited is playing with 120 plus ping, being the EU team in this tournament, but they've played in every tournament. So I'm saying, of all the teams who have to be used to playing across regions, it's got to be Reunited. When was the last tournament that Reunited didn't play in?
They missed a few. I think it was either a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. So they have missed they had a period where I think they were adjusting the crews and they missed, but they've definitely been setting a good attendance record so far. And actually, interesting enough on that, the one team that hasn't done much of any in cross-continental play thus far has been Cloud9. Cloud9 has absolutely just stayed out of our EU weeklies. I'm not sure they've ever even made an appearance.
No, they haven't. Yeah, so, you know, Reunited, we've always talked about just being grinders, man. They put in so much work in this game. It's been paying off for them. You know, and we mentioned that they've been inconsistent at times, and that's when they've been shuffling rosters. But since Beta 1, has there been a more consistent team in the top 3 to 5 teams in all of Overwatch?
I don't think so. I mean, it sort of goes to their consistent core. I think every other team, for the most part, has had big roster changes at some point or another. And REUNITED has kept their same consistent 5 for a very long period of time.
Yeah, even Google Me in their short run has had roster changes as well. So we're going to Route 66 next, it seems to be.
Yep, get your kicks on Route 66, as it were. And we're just going to see what's going to happen here. And I think both teams have had their moments of being very, very strong on this map. So I don't really know what to expect.
I expect a lot of tracers. Feel pretty safe saying that. Actually, no, you know what? I would actually say we're going to see more Winstons than we will tracers this game. Winston has been very popular for both these teams.
Yeah, Winston definitely making a comeback here this week. I know people have done meta breakdowns of going, okay, what's popular, what's not, but Winston definitely roaring back into the meta, and almost every round we've had today. I'm not sure what the progenitor of it is, but certainly on the NA side, lots of Winstons, and welcome back to the meta, Winston. People spurned you for a few weeks after your nerf, but they're deciding that, there's still some good parts about you.
Yeah, I think the big thing is just running 2 of them has been the problem, because we had a winner's interview with IDDQD's coach Rafflegator yesterday, and he mentioned that Winston's not very good at when the team's running double tracer, because if both tracers focus on Winston, he melts pretty quickly, which is the case. It is true. You run 2 of them, you have a couple different shields up. That's 2 shields he can hide under, and then it's just getting enough damage in from that second Winston that's really been kind of turning the tides in some of these fights. His initiation ability is just second to none, just able to leap in, and with the recent buff to that leap in and the cooldown being lowered, we've seen a lot more mobility out of Winston, maybe playing a part in why he's back in the meta. But we'll see what teams choose to run out here. I'm confident saying that the only person who's chosen a hero yet will be on that hero. That is Winghaven on Symmetra. Of course, on offenses, he does run the Reinhardt pretty consistently. On defenses, he's been running the Symmetra pretty consistently as well. So Winghaven, has his role, and he plays it very well. He will be supporting Valutaja on Tracer. Cruz will be playing that 76, very popular on this map as well. On Fixed, playing Reaper, possibly to answer the Winstons that we might see coming out. Morte on Zenyatta. And Too Easy, it's actually appropriate that he's not chosen a hero yet. Too Easy, if you haven't watched competitive Overwatch, switches heroes more than anyone else in the game. Constantly. Sometimes he'll switch heroes in spawn a couple times. I think it's just to mess with us.
Yeah, Too Easy, definitely one of them people in the game that's very, very comfortable switching up back and forth depending on the situation and the map. Also, whoops, looking at the team here in the overlay, I have somehow demoted REUNITED from rank 3 to rank 33, so I'm going to fix that real quick. They're definitely better than that. They're a 3rd ranked team in the world, and they might just go up to number 2 if they beat Cloud9 here. Looking at the defense coming up from REUNITED, we got Too Easy on Tracer, Valutaja on a 2nd Tracer, Cruz on Soldier 76, Morte on Zenyatta, Unfixed on the Reaper, and Winghaven going to round things out on the Symmetra.
Yeah, he's going to try to be that answer for Debit and Kai, who are both going to be running double Scientist. Short 4 on a offensive Reaper. Reaver will be taking to the skies as Farah. He'll be trailed around by his buddy Adam on Mercy, and Grego will round it out, as it were, on Lucio.
Yep, we see Reaver coming in here. Reaver coming in over the top with the Fair. We're going to see just what poke he can get down here. He's moving in, looking for this early on. And we've seen Fair a lot here. We've seen double Winston a lot, and this has been Cloud9's bread or butter. A very coordinated double monkey leap in, coming in. Reaver takes out Winghaven, looking for more. Will take out Cruz. That's 2 kills now for Cloud9 as they move in, but Unfixed pulling it back. 2 kills as Reaper, evening the score for REUNITED, and now Morte taking out Adam, and they're bringing right back and pushing Cloud9 off of this cart.
Yeah, a little more passive defense, staying back, waiting for the team to initiate, and then the fight begins. So seeing a little different style of defense. We've seen Cloud9 initiate the fight on defense more often than not, but able to hold this rooftop here after that first engagement, and that's a very solid first hold.
Yep, so taking a look here.
From the shadows.
Oh, I don't even know why my cam went spinny there. It's not like he died. I think him just going into his teleport made the cam go all spinny. Anyways, take a look at Too Easy here. Too Easy looking for Pulse Bomb. Gonna drop that Pulse Bomb in. Does not connect right away. Cloud9 still at full strength. Adam, though, with the Resurrect, even if someone was picked up, but looking Unfixed, setting them up, measuring, looking for the Death Blossom. Has to be careful about the Winston shields, but you got to think it's on his mind. Down goes one Winston. He wants to drop in. Could be Death Blossom at any point. Gets a 2nd kill. Might not even need it. Unfixed going absolutely ham. Sure though, with the double kill as McCree. Both teams striking blood at each other very early on here.
Unfixed has been very patient on his Death Blossoms. Too Easy early in that fight was able to take down Adam behind the lines. They are going to offensive Sound Barrier, though, which is a little odd as Grego uses it solo.
Yep, taking a look here. We do see Unfixed still on top of it, still hanging in there, still holding on to his death loss. I think, as you say, he might be the most patient Reaper in the game. Cruz on the defense, able to take out Surefour. 3 kills for Reunited so far. We see Winston going absolutely crazy on the payload, but he is going to get taken out by Unfixed, and I'll note, full team wipe in favor of Reunited, and they managed to save the Death Blossom as well.
Yeah, he's doing fine just without it. I think he might be saving it for one of those times when they do try to Resurrection out of desperation. We've seen a Death Blossom absolutely revert a Resurrection in the past.
Yeah, Death Blossom, very, very good at doing that. Meanwhile, looking at the defense, they are absolutely stocked. They not only have Death Blossom, they have 2 ults from 2easy and Voltaja, Pulse Bombs at the ready. Cloud9's Blitz defense with 2 Winstons, not doing them much good so far.
No, they need to start getting more kills and damage done here. Morte, though, takes out D-Bet right away. Reaver gets in on the action, takes out Wingcave.
Oh, here comes a dive from Surefour. A huge threat, but Surefour going to go down the cruise. Does not get it off in time. Adam going to get taken out by 2easy. Voltaja with a bomb. Didn't get as much value as he wanted. 2easy staying in on it, gets another kill. So many kills for 2easy and Cruz, just mopping up the back line. And I think this is now the point where Cloud9 might need to switch up, and in fact, Kai is going to switch up. No more Winstons for Cloud9.
Reunited has done such a great job of neutralizing Surefour on his McCree. I remember back at Numbani, he tried to get his Deadeye off more than once. They prioritized him as a target, focus him down, and have really limited his effectiveness in this game.
And 2easy still hung on to that Pulse Bomb, could drop at any point. Unfixed still in the Death Blossom that he's had for like the last 3 minutes of the game.
Right.
Deciding not to use that just yet. Adam, though, gonna take out 2easy with a Symmetra Orb. A very good pick from Adam. You don't always see a Symmetra get picks with that, but let's see if Cloud9 is able to capitalize now.
Yeah, Morte forced to pop Transcendence on the card. That's going to stall it out. They don't really have anything.
Has the time come for Death Blossom?
Maybe. No.
Unfixed has to be thinking about it here, though the kill feed very much in favor of Cloud9. The momentum on their side. Surefour with a pair of kills. Voltage will take out Debit, but still way more Cloud9 members than anything else. And look at this. Unfixed waiting. As the chosen time arrived, will the Death Blossom be coming out?
Well, if he was waiting for a
there it is. 1 kill. 2 kills. Was the wait worth it? Double kill on the Death Blossom. Will you get a third on Surefour here? Maybe not.
Nah, he's going to die.
And the teleporter's up, and it did delay for a little bit. I was really expecting like a 4 or 5 kill Death Blossom just with all the anticipation, but it didn't quite happen.
Yeah, well, I think he used it there just because the Resurrection was off the table as they switched off of Mercy. Yep. Now in the pure 2.0 comp, it's got double Soldier, double Tracer, Symmetra, and Lucio. They've transitioned to it, and it's been effective for them so far.
Yep, Pulse Bomb coming out here from Reaver. Reaver with Surefour looking to sort of snowball the momentum in Cloud9's favor. Seeing Cloud9 get sort of momentum here in the Streets phase of the Route 66 before. We'll see if they can do it again.
Yep, both teams running mirror matches of this composition now. It just really comes down to mechanics and positioning here as the
Reaver, absolute beauty, is able to take out Winghaven. Surefour just took out Morte, and now these Tracers, not a lot against him. Reaver with a double kill, looking for the triple perhaps onto the R76. Has to run back though, pretty low on health. Gonna rewind back, in good position after the rewind, but no, Unfixed going to take him out and stop that in its tracks.
Seems that teams
Surefour with a quick avenging.
Seems like teams would prefer to not run this composition. They're trying out other comps, but when their backs push to the wall, they'll run it anyway. A good offensive teleporter in position here for Cloud9.
And look at this, both Cloud9 soldiers stuck for bear, ready to pop out, not 1 but 2 tactical visors on moment's notice. Cloud9, all the momentum on their side. Reaver able to take out Cruz. 2easy got pick of his own, 5v5 here. Offensive sound barrier is out. Maybe we'll see attack visor soon, maybe not. They might not even need it, as Reunited is all out of sorts right now.
Yeah, they're going to try to find some place to stabilize. Last is a good place to do that.
Yep, they're running forward, and look at that. Kai moving so far up. Brago moving up even further. Doesn't even care, and we might have a attack visor coming out here. I'm not sure. Looking here, though, Grego still in the front, looking to push things back. The attack visor did come out from the defense on Unfixed. Doesn't quite get the values looking there, but we do have a attack visor now coming out from Grego. Grego finally unleashing. Takes out Morte. Can't get more. No, he's going to get taken out by Unfixed. Kai has his attack visor up, though, as well. Auto-aiming soldiers all over the place. And while I don't think there's too many kills going on for both sides here, but the thing of note here is that Cloud9 is getting the cart pushed.
Yeah, that said, they are stabilizing a little bit on defense. They have ults on Fixed pops his tactical visor as well, takes down his opposing number in Kai. Morte does have defensive transcendence too, so it's the most stable we've seen the defense in the last couple minutes.
Surefour able to get to the back, takes out the teleporter, and now moving forward, looking for a pick, does have the pulse bomb, a beautiful stick, going to take out Cruz as well. So Surefour now getting some momentum, has Symmetra in his sights. This can't be good for the Symmetra in the back. Down goes Winghaven. Surefour absolutely on a rampage, going to take out Morte. A triple kill now for Surefour. Surefour opening the path for Cloud9. The defensive tracer is going to run back and take him out, but the damage has been done, Hex.
Yeah, I mean, that said, they still aren't pushing the cart all that much, too, because these defensive respawns are getting to the cart so quickly.
They're coming to the cart. Cloud9 definitely more on the cart so far than Reunited. But either way, Reunited as defense definitely buying themselves a lot of time for their attack run. So they have to feel proud about this no matter how this ends. Both teams still fighting out over the cart, looking for an all-important first pick on this push. Neither team getting it just yet. Too easy. Looking for an opportunity on the defensive tracer. Reaver able to take out Too Easy though before he gets that pick. Surefour with the bomb takes out Winghaven. 5v4 now on top of the cart. Cloud9 trying to get one more pick that's going to let them push it up, but the tracers are everywhere right now. Bomb comes down. Will it connect? Offensive sound barrier is out. Might see a little bit more aggression here of Cloud9 here as they try and push forward, but Reunited hanging in there pretty well.
The offensive teleporter in a great spot right now. They're getting reinforced, and now it's actually going to take some attention away from Too Easy, who has to go in the back to deal with it.
Grego's going very, very far here with the Tac Visor, looking for what he can get, if anything else. He's going to stay alive for now. Almost goes down. Defensive sound barrier is out, and here comes Reunited, looking to be a little bit more aggressive, but Surefour took out 2 people right before that happened, and that might be enough to sort of stop Reunited from pushing out Cloud9.
Speaking of aggressive, Adam going absolutely ham on Symmetra right now. Takes down 2, and those are actual kills, not spam or sentries. Adam takes out
Cloud9 now. They definitely, with the proper footing, they're moving in onto the cart. I'm not sure Reunite can even stall this out. They are going to stall it out. Too Easy gets on the cart in time, but he has everyone in the world firing at him. He's going to have to rewind out. While he's rewinding, no, they're not able to cap it. It's so close. It's 0.19 meters away.
All this.
As Reunited now, gang on top. Out comes the D.Va. They want to buy themselves as much time for their attack run as possible. D.Vas are coming out! This is absolute craziness. The kill feed certainly in favor of Cloud9. This is now not about whether or not Reunite can push them out, but just how long Reunite can stall. They're not able to stall for much longer, but still bought themselves another like, what, 20 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, every second counts, especially when you're this closely matched. Adam towards the end now, it's just great Symmetra play. Just WM wanting people and gets 3 kills off it on the cart.
Yep, so take a look here. Play the game by Too Easy. Too Easy had some good moments as Tracer. This is where they got Surefour right before the Deadeye, and this really saved them here, because if Surefour had gotten that Deadeye off, it would have been bad news bears for Reunited, but they took him out and they maintained their defense for just a bit longer.
Yeah, he's had a tough time getting off his Deadeye. That's why you saw him get off of the McCree, actually, and both teams transitioned into that Comp 2.0. And yeah, just so many bullets flying there. 8:33. I think it's the longest we've seen on this map today.
It is one of the longer maps on Route 66 that we've seen, and now it's going to be up to see what we see in the next round. Will Reunited be able to put on a faster attack time? The pressure for defense is on Cloud9, and I'm just excited to see what they bring for us here on round number 2.
It seems at first point it might be one of the better places to defend. At least it was for Reunited. They were able to stall out pretty long. They were longer than we've seen most of the day. And that was just the patience of taking the rooftop, not panicking and vacating the rooftop when they were jumped in on, and then just dealing with the kind of flank through the cave on the left a couple different times. But after that, it becomes very brawly until you reach last point, and that's where defenses can shine yet again. We'll see where they mount their defense here. It does Cloud9.
Yep, Reunited now versus Cloud9 here, second round on Route 66. This is our grand finals. This is map number 3. Both teams having struck blood at each other earlier. Effectively now a mere best of 3 series so far, and we're going to see if Reunited has what it takes to get an advantage and put themselves on tournament point.
Yeah, do you want to do offense or defense? Because I think offense might do some goofy stuff here.
The defense here is probably going to be more straightforward, although it's interesting. Last time we saw the defense from Cloud9, they ran out with 2 Winstons. They're not doing it this time around for Route 66. Instead, they're opting for double Tracer and Reaver and Surefour, Debit on the Lucio, Kai and Grego on double 76, and Adam on the Symmetra. So they're going to be running this sort of hybrid between the old double orb comp and the crossfire comp, merging to make Meta Comp 2.0 as has been called, so we will see just how Cloud9 runs it this game.
Yeah, offensively, I don't think they're going to be staying on that Bastion, unfortunately. Nor do I think they're going to be staying on the Mei. I think we're probably going to see a mirror match. But what I do know is that Too Easy and Valetaja will very likely remain on Tracer. Cruz will likely remain on Lucio. Winghaven will play Symmetra. Morte actually jumps on Zenyatta, and he might stay there, and maybe they are going to run a Bastion? I would doubt it. We'll see.
I mean, he's been on the Bastion for a while. Maybe it's just mind games. We'll see. No, he switches.
Yeah, he is going to switch to the Reaper, which, you know, maybe he's expecting the Winstons on the other side. Some mind games coming in through the meta.
Could be mind games, who knows? But the timer is started. It is now 8:30 left for Reunited, and we're going to see if they can get through this Cloud9 defense.
Yeah, defense being a little more patient too. Again, this time holding on top of Earl's Diner.
Yep, 76 is all on different parts of the map. Tracer's ready to flank in from different levels, and both teams now starting out with the early poking to start out the game.
Pretty cool, some sentries set up here on the top behind the sign, so that if they do try to take this high ground away from Debit, they will be getting, you know, poked down by these Symmetra sentries.
Yeah, taking a look here, they are both poking out. Neither team losing anyone just yet. Both teams being a little bit apprehensive about going in. Voltage able to take out Cheer 4. Reaver almost blinking off the clip, has to rewind back. Voltage with a double kill so far. Adam was able to take out Too Easy, but Voltage definitely on the prowl here on the early Tracer play.
Yeah, very methodical push. They just kept one or two people on the card at all times. Reaver, though, takes out Morte.
Yeah, Reaver takes out Morte. Back and forth, both teams getting their looks in here. But momentum does seem to be in favor of Reunited. And Voltage absolutely going off. I think he's been 4 kills so far on this. Make it 5. Voltage just absolutely on a rampage. Already gets his pulse bomb. Lucy able to escape out of that, but it doesn't really matter. Reunited has given his team, or Voltage has given Reunited a huge bump here in the early stages of Route 66.
Yeah, really nice evasive maneuver actually on the card. As that pulse bomb came in, they were both able to get far enough away to completely negate its effects. Yeah, these Tracers
Too Easy
having
and
hard
Winghaven
times.
able to take out Cheer 4 and Grego, so the Reunited train is not stopping. They're moving forward to this next point. They should get it with ease, and Cloud9 struggling to find their footing.
Yeah, and if they ever need a kick into the momentum, again, they do have offensive sound barrier up too, because Cruz has been doing a little bit of work as well.
Yeah, they can run into this next point with offensive sound barrier and keep the momentum going. And look at how deep Voltage is going. Voltage does not care. He's going to continue moving up. And this is really good momentum here for Reunited.
Yeah, Winghaven's going to get his teleporter up too for offense to be able to reinforce. Adam has the option to drop his defensive teleporter as well, but right now it has been all Reunited this map.
Yeah, Reunited very much making their presence known. And I'd say it's all Reunited, but in a sense it's also been all Voltage as he takes out Kai. And helps take out the other Tracer as well. It's 2 kills effectively for Voltage as he's going in. Symmetra is in his sights, not long for this roll. Too Easy mops up the kill on the Symmetra. And Cloud9 just absolutely getting steamrolled here on Route 66. This is dominant coming out from Reunited.
They need to try something different. Grego did come up on Widow, but had a very short life on that. I don't know what to do here. Maybe you fall back to last, try to really get statics going, something, but nothing they're doing now has worked.
No, Cheer 4 and Kai able to get at least a little bit of stuff going here. Kai looking to kill Unfixed. Might be able to get, but down comes the defensive sound barrier, and we're going to see on the offense, Unfixed with the attack visor. He's going to go down, however, but look at this teleport for the offense. It's going to let Reunited keep pressure on. We see Voltage coming in over the top. He has a pulse bomb. He's done a lot in this game so far. But Cloud9 does seem to be stabilizing, so he has to be careful. Oh, the bomb takes out Debit! Was not expecting that. 3 kills for the Reunited side, and suddenly, just like that, the momentum shifting back in their favor. Offensive teleporter certainly doing some work.
Yeah, Reaver went all the way back to try to deal with that teleporter, but just as he got there, someone popped out and eliminated him from the match as well. They are full force pushing this card. They have an offensive transcendence available for use as well.
They're moving in, and this is not too shabby at all coming out for the Reunited side. They're pushing forward. This is absolutely great.
5 minutes left to finish the map.
Yeah, I mean, 5 whole minutes. I mean, they can eat a lunch. They can even eat a small dinner and still potentially finish this map. All they need to do is complete on 1 to 2 more team fights.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. That wasn't really the plan, but we gotta deal with it. We gotta deal with your Hex. We took battle damage, but Debit able to take out Winghaven. Reaver on the Morte. Cloud9 showing a little bit of life here on the defense at the very least. Cheer 4 takes out Too Easy. And Cloud9 finally finding some stabilization here in the final warehouse phase of Route 66.
Well, it's going to be up to Short Forward Reaver just to start getting kills. It's been very one-sided as far as the Tracer duels so far today. They need to start doing their own work on Tracers as well, but Too Easy and Voltage have just won this fight so far.
Yeah, they have been great here so far. So, taking a look here, we see Reaver in the back, or sorry, not Reaver in the back, we see Grego in the back. Too Easy just took out Reaver. A pulse bomb from Too Easy takes out Grego, though. Surprise, special delivery coming out from Too Easy. And now after a bit of a lull, the offensive Reunited is back, and they're moving forward yet again.
Grego's been on this Widow for a while, and I've yet to see his name on the left side of a kill feed.
Grego not perhaps getting the value he wants here. Voltaja able to take out Reaver. The kill feed all in favor now of REUNITED. REUNITED feeling it. They want to end this map. They have 3 minutes left. They have all the time in the world. Voltaja on the double kill. Lots of pressure coming in now from the side of REUNITED, and they are so close, Hex.
Yeah, they're staggering.
And they're going to get it.
Wow. Dominant performance on that map.
REUNITED going to take map number 3, and Cloud9, if they want to win, they're going to have to win maps 4 and 5, but hey.
Hey, they've done it before.
Yeah, I mean, that's really in Cloud9's mantra here today. I mean, they've been on the losing end of the series, and they bring it back, so Cloud9, don't count them out, especially with how the round of 8 semifinals went. Okay, I'm not sure if this play is Sharpshooter Lucio. Huh. All right.
Yeah, I mean, he hit his melees, he hit his sounds. I mean, Lucio can do some work. Let's give the Space Frog some love.
Space Frog did get a little bit of love, so...
All right, so we're either going to Ilios or what's left?
Ilios or, I believe, let's see.
Kings?
Kings. So probably Kings Row, but you never know. Maybe Cloud9 wants to live a little bit dangerously and bring us out to Ilios. You never know.
Well, that was the most one-sided map we've seen in a bit. They looked unstoppable on offense, mostly Voltaja. I mean, he's been a great player in this game since day 1 of release, since we did our tournaments, etc. He's been phenomenal, and I guess he's not only a McCree. Pretty good tracer play from him as well.
Yep. So we're going to take a short 2-minute break. Usually don't take breaks in between series, but I have run out of hydration here, so I will be back in 2 minutes for a quick run down to the fridge. Stay tuned. We'll be back with map number 4 of our grand finals in just a moment. Stay tuned. Alrighty, and we are back here for the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly North America. I am now slightly more hydrated as we get in here. It looks like the choice for Cloud9 will be Kings Row.
Yeah, kind of expected this. Now, if Cloud9 is able to win on Kings Row, we will be going into a Game 5 on Ilios. So, if you don't really have a dog in the fight, kind of just want to see some mayhem and see a new map, then I guess you're rooting for Cloud9 here. Could go either way. I tend to slightly favor REUNITED on this map just because I think defense is a little bit more of their forte. We'll see, though. These have been insanely close maps.
These have been very, very close indeed. REUNITED deciding that they want to be on the attack first here for Kings Row, so we They do have that right since Cloud9 chose the map. We'll see just where this goes. For those who are just tuning in, REUNITED is up 2-1 over Cloud9 right now, and they are on the verge of winning their first North American Cup. I don't think REUNITED has ever won an NA Cup before. I might be wrong.
I don't think so. They don't have a ton of titles under their belt to begin with. I think we mentioned they had Game On, maybe the Game On Cup, Game On.ru.
It was GG.ru.
Yeah, it was GoodGame.ru. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't remember it precisely because I woke up at 4 in the morning to cast it at 5 in the morning. My brain wasn't entirely working at those times. But yeah, they did actually, break through there, and we thought maybe we'd see them kind of carry that momentum onward. But then they had some roster problems, some switch ups. They've been better with crews on them. We've had the pleasure of watching them throughout the Game On Overwatch arenas throughout the week, and they've gotten better and better every time we've seen them. And now it's coming to fruition today. They're playing against one of the best teams in North America, and they're playing them very well.
Yeah, I mean, REUNITED has definitely come to play here today, and they want this. I mean, as you mentioned, they don't have that many titles under the belt, and what better way to sort of show, hey, we're making steady improvements than defeating Cloud9 here, the number 2 in the world, upping their own ranking to number 2 in the world in all likelihood, and winning a North American final.
Yeah, it'd be a great day for them. Cloud9, trying to rep North America, trying to bring it back for them. They've looked good so far today, but they've looked beatable. Of course, those are against top-tier teams. Everyone is just getting so close. The competition, I think, is going to get just scrappier and scrappier. We've even seen IDDQD look a little more human against these teams, and I don't think it's a knock on them. I think everyone else is just putting in all the work.
And the exciting thing here is that should Cloud9 claw back and win on Kings Row, we are heading to Ilios for our 5th and final map. So the fun definitely not ending here, especially should Cloud9 come back and win this. So for me, I am absolutely a Cloud9 fan for this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty unbiased when it comes to teams for the most part anyway, but I do want to see Ilios, so I'm an Ilios fan more than any other.
Yeah, actually the interesting thing too, though, the other side to root for here is that REUNITED, I mean, you want sort of an underdog and perseverance story. REUNITED getting a win here when they've been struggling so much to get these wins under the belt, that would also be really good. So, I mean, either way,
they've been the best.
You can't go wrong.
They've been the best second place team in Overwatch, though. I mean, I don't think there's anyone with more second places, and they've acknowledged it too, that they get seconds a lot, and obviously it weighs on their mind. It would be huge for them to get a victory here, but of course Cloud9 has been lauded as probably the best team from the NA region right now, and they're trying to hold home turf here.
Well, taking a look at the Cloud9 defense as it rolls out, we're going to have Debit on the Reinhardt, Reaver on the Widowmaker, Kai on Symmetra, Surefour on McCree, Adam on Mercy, and Grego going to be the final support on Lucio.
Yeah, we'll see what comes out on the offense here. Too Easy is going to look for early picks on Widowmaker, Valotaja on Zarya, Cruz on Lucio, Morte on Mercy, on Fixed will be in the air on Pharah, and Winghaven, of course, on Reinhardt.
Yep. So we're going to see what REUNITED does here on their first attack. They do have the Pharah up here, not running it super far up, but Pharah definitely seen by many teams as a cornerstone of a good Kings Row attack. And Unfixed trying to get some value here early on this day. Too Easy, of course, looking for that early pick. Widowmaker on offense for first part Kings Row has some difficulty getting value. I think we've seen it get work done less often than not, but Too Easy a very good Widow, and he could find a way in.
Yeah, Reaver's of course going to try to deny him. Reaver trying to deal with Unfixed in the air right now as a defensive Widowmaker.
Yep, so taking a look here. They're going onto the point. No kills yet for either team, and Reaver able to strike first blood, takes out Too Easy. And now Reaver free to sort of snipe at will. He doesn't have to worry about the counter snipe. Winghaven, though, takes out Debit, and kills for the offense, a little bit more valuable than kills for defense here. Morte going to bring him back up. So the offense going to keep pressure back on here. This is not necessarily a good thing for Cloud9 this far. Winghaven takes out Kai. Reaver in a lot of trouble, has to run away from Pharah. Is able to stay alive. Some nice evasiveness coming out from Reaver. Unfixed, though, takes him out in the end. Surefour brings it back, takes out Winghaven, but a lot of offensive momentum in the favor of REUNITED here.
Yeah, Unfixed is still up above, though, and he does have his medic with him in Morte. They're trying to get some work done on the backside. Zarya throws him a shield as well. These first pushes are so crucial for offense.
Now, the Resurrect does come out for Cloud9. Adam's able to stay alive enough to get that out. Surefour, though, has a Pharah in his back, has to be careful. And this is interesting. Unfixed is getting a lot of poke, but he hasn't been getting a whole lot of kills in this last part here. Cloud9 being particularly resilient on this defense.
Yeah, because the fire rate of Pharah is so low, you find yourself doing a ton of damage, not getting a lot of kills. You need your teammates to be picking you up there. They have a ton of ultimates.
We might have the Graviton Surge into a Barrage here, though. They have so many ults up. I think Wombo combo is on the menu, and there it is! Unfixed comes in over the top with the 4-kill Barrage. Too Easy with a bit of cleanup. Wombo combo was definitely on the menu.
Oh, I'm grinning.
My goodness.
I love it. I love Zarya. I love Pharah. I love that combo. We've seen it since day one of Overwatch. We predicted it would be a huge combo if teams were able to pull it off. It's been a game breaker on this map several times, and my goodness, you can see why.
Yep, Voltagia, that was a beautiful follow-up to a great Graviton Surge, and that's all Reunited needed to get through and cap that first point.
Yeah, oddly enough, Too Easy on Widow there put them all in that corner to just stay out of those sight lines, allowing for that combination to even happen.
Yep, Kai able to take out Too Easy. Both teams slugging out here in the streets. Winghaven with 2 kills so far. WMouse 1, stronger than all. 3 kills for Winghaven. Unfixed with a bit of a follow-up. And Reunited now has Cloud9 on their heels as they move forward. That is a full team wipe for Reunited here. I think there might have been a res in the middle of it. That's why there's more than 6 kills in the kill feed. But look, this Reaver on the back going to get chased down by Unfixed. Absolutely devastating stuff coming out from Reunited.
They're flying. I would be surprised if you don't see Voltagia move forward along with Unfixed and maybe even Morte as well, trying to get some poke in, trying to get those ultimates charged up. But right now it's only Too Easy. Too Easy's McCreepin'.
Too Easy is definitely McCreepin, looking for his value for the, if he can get it. But meanwhile, taking a look at Shift4 in the defense. Shift4 setting up behind the Reinhardt. Cloud9 looking to stabilize here in this next area.
Yeah, they want to get this poke in on Zarya because you've seen how powerful a Graviton Surge can be. Too Easy.
Oh, Too Easy comes in, takes out Shift4,
Yep.
and the McCreeping pays off. Now 65 in favor of Reunited. If they can get another team wipe here, this might be all they need. The snowball all the way to the end. Too Easy right now looking for his opportunity. Does not have a Deadeye, but honestly, look at that. Reunited able to get up with a bit of ease there.
Combo's up again.
Yeah, combo is up again. Take a look at that. Too Easy with a double kill. They don't even need the combo just yet. Voltagia running in, kills Grego. That's 3 kills for Reunited. They have to be a little bit careful. They don't want to lose their combo component just yet. Unfixed went down though, so Voltagia might be saving this until Unfixed makes his return.
Yeah, Unfixed fell off the edge, resurrected somewhere though. Morte died off as well. They do have combo up, but they are missing their Mercy now.
Yeah, I think Reunited, their best option here would be maybe keep a little bit of pressure, but work it towards the back, wait for everyone to get back in, and get your combo down. I mean, they might go for it again, go to the well. Why not? It worked so well in the first time. So Voltagia moving forward. We're going to see if the Graviton Surge is coming out. This would be a beautiful time to go for it. We do have a Deadeye coming up. There's a Graviton Surge. Here comes Unfixed. Wombo combo coming in. 2 kills. Won't get more. 3 kills. But Adam saw it coming. Had the res. 4 kills for Unfixed, but so many of those people are already back up. And one of those people, unfortunately, was Shift4. So, and the Resurrect coming up, though, for the offense. But look at this, Cloud9 fighting back. Under most circumstances, that Wombo combo would have been utterly devastating. But Cloud9 still with a fighting chance off of the res from Adam.
Yeah, Adam is such a good support, always staying alive. Great game sense, keeps himself out of dangerous situations. That Resurrection absolutely saved his team.
Definitely. Take a look here. We see Shift4 going in. Shift4 going to get taken out. Voltagia responsible for that. Voltagia moving forward is a fully charged Zarya. Offensive sound barrier is out. There's no Graviton Surge, but they might not need it. This is a very scary push coming in from Reunited. 3 kills so far. Justice reigns for a buff from Reaver, but he is taken out by Too Easy. And now all the momentum in favor of Reunited, and they are very likely to cap this in the next moment.
Yeah, they've got it. Maybe
they knocked Shift4 into the point!
What was that?
That was a self-sabotage. They knocked Shift4 into the point. I think it was Unfixed. And now they gave Cloud9 an opportunity here.
Oh,
that was going to cap on its own. Oh my goodness. Cloud9 coming back.
These are valuable seconds.
Graviton Surge coming out. Wombo combo 3.0 from Unfixed gets 3 kills. So not a catastrophic mistake, but did buy that. I'm pretty sure that was a knockback from Unfixed. Knocked Shift4 into the payload and let Cloud9 buy an extra 10 seconds.
Play of the game.
Well, which one do you think this is? They got 3 of them.
I don't know. Maybe
Probably
the first one.
Yeah,
first one was pretty impressive.
But see, they have to come in this corner because the sight lines that Too Easy is pushing them back here.
That was just absolute beauty
That's
and
half a
devastation.
second from getting shot out of the sky with a Deadeye too. Oh god, I love that combo so much. Whew! Alright, 533.
533, definitely a beatable time, but it's definitely on the quick side. So we'll just see what happens here, but I do think Cloud9 is going to have their work cut out for them on the offense. If they're not able to win here, Reunited will take the map, they will take the set, and they will take the tournament, getting a long-awaited for tournament win.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get first point in the first couple pushes. I mentioned how crucial those are because you need to break that defense before the defense gets its teleporter up and is able to reinforce consistently. Break that defense hopefully before resurrections are getting up, but that's asking a lot. But 5:33 is a beatable time. We've seen this map today get captured in 4 minutes several times, so it is beatable. But against Reunited's defense, it is a tough task. But Cloud9 fighting for their tournament life.
Are fighting for their tournament life, and they're also fighting for the life of America here, if you think about it. This is an European team coming in to steal the North American Championship, so if you want to stoke the fires of region rivalry in Twitch chat right now, this might be it for North America here in their own tournament.
Yeah, but a vote for Cloud9 is also a vote for Ilios, so if you want to get away from the nationalities and just want to see a new map in Overwatch, you can root for Cloud9 for that aspect as well.
So, taking a look here at the defense, they're going to be really making too easy, gotta go fast in the beginning here for Lucio's. They just want to get the absolute best Symmetra opening possible here, so we're going to take a look at that and then be calling out the defensive lineup for Reunited. And Reunited has to feel good. I mean, they don't have to defend for too long here. They gotta feel like, okay, we just need to have a above average defensive performance and we got this. So, taking a look at the defense as it turns into its true form. We're gonna have too easy on the Symmetra, Cruz on the Lucio, Volataja on the McCree, Unfixed on Junkrat, Morte on the Zenyatta, and Winghaven gonna be the final piece on Reinhardt.
It's its true form, but it's not even its final form. Offensively, Debit will be running the Reinhardt. Reaver, I feel confident, will stay on Widow for at least one life. Kai probably is going to at least throw a Scatterer at this point on Hanzo. Short 4 will be on McCree. Adam on Mercy. Grego on Lucio. Be interesting to see what Kai switches to after this. He might switch to a Zarya. They've been running a lot of double tank. Kai also a very good Zarya as well. Actually, he's going to switch it now.
Yep, could be a thing. But the timer is started. It is on the way as Cloud9 versus Reunited, and Cloud9 has to move fast here if they want to stay alive and bring us to Ilios for a final map 5. And then moving fast is exactly what they're doing. They already have good position here. Reaver a little bit further back looking for picks, but look at how far back Reunited is here, Hex.
Yeah, I love this angle of approach right now. They want to fight a little past the point, and they feel like they have a better high ground here, and Short4 just putting Hope down behind that shield.
I do like Cloud9's approach of taking the high ground here. It's been very effective in the past. It's a cool approach. It makes sense. So far, though, neither team falling just yet. Cloud9 looking for a position on top of the point. Take a look at Short4. Short4 here over the top, but Unfixed with the first kill of the game, going to lob a bomb there in Short4's face. Down goes Short4. And Reaver now back to his point of view as he looks for the pick, but Reunited just giving up space but not giving up the point. A very smart positioning here by Reunited.
This is one of the most interesting pushes I've seen in a long time. I can't believe they're in this top alley and still almost no blood has been shed.
I'm going to note here for the offense can be a little bit more aggressive. Adam already has his resurrect up, so as long as Adam is not the one to die, he can bring up all these fallen heroes. We could have a multiple res coming up here. 2 teammates down, 3 teammates down, and they are back up. Adam coming in with the resurrect. Meanwhile, Reaver with the double pick off of Winghaven and Volataja. Some very disciplined play by Adam could very well turn this tide for C9.
Tyre comes in, doesn't actually get any kills. They're going to capture this point. They have about 4 minutes left on the map.
Yep, 4 minutes are left. The timer that we have is off by like a second or two. It's a little bit less time than that, but look at that. Quad kill for Short4 with the aid of Kai and Reaver. Really good stuff there, preventing Reunite from getting back in and slung out a bit. So now 3 minutes, 57 seconds left. With that, Cloud9 definitely has the potential to move this forward and beat the time that Reunited set.
They've got some good ultimates to work with here. They have both support ultimates up as well as an Earth Shatter as well. I feel like they might even save that Earth Shatter trying to get Volataja in a high noon, but of course he's going to try to be able to get that from a high ground as well. Just some nice poke coming in here. They're going to try to get this through the streets before the defense is set up, but that's not in Reunited's plans at all.
No, definitely not in Reunited's plans just yet. Reunited wants to hold down this phase at least for a bit longer. They don't want it to last for a long time. They're moving forward. Here comes Short4 looking for the pickoff on the Reinhardt. Offensive sound barrier is out. Winghaven in trouble. Winghaven gonna go down. Volataja, though, able to take out Reaver. 5v5. Even fight. Big Graviton Surge coming down. Do they have the follow-up? Grego with the double kills. Lucio on top of that for follow-up. Right-click Lucio doing some deeps, as it turns out. And that is a big push for Cloud9. And this is exactly what they want if they want to bring us to Ilios.
That is a 5 kill right there. Might as well be a full team wipe. They didn't even have to use that Resurrection. You don't need a Barrage to combo with that. The Earth Shatter came down to Graviton Surge overall by itself. A hugely powerful ult.
Yeah, they're moving forward. This is really, really nice so far from Cloud9. They have buying themselves enough time. They have enough time for maybe 3, if not 4 pushes here, and REUNITED has to be scared because Cloud9 right now has all the momentum on their side. They're moving forward. Defensive sound barrier is out. Will they be able to defend? Here comes the Deadeye. Takes out Unfixed. 1 quick kill from Sheer4. Taking a look at Too Easy. Too Easy, not really close to getting Graviton Surge just yet. Winghaven has the Earth Shatter. Oh, look at this, flanking Earth Shatter potentially. He's caught out. They know he's there. Sheer4 able to take out Voltaja. Down comes the Earth Shatter. Totally blocked by Debit. But look, here comes the res, but the Earth Shatter's already gone. It's not coming back.
Offensive res is up though, so even if they lose players who they can bring them back, that is the advantage that they have.
Yeah, so long as Adam doesn't die, they will potentially have that res. They are training out right here. Adam uses that res for 1 person. Might be worthwhile. They're very close to keeping him on. Winghaven able to take out Sheer4 though. That is not someone you want to lose on the offense. Brago still has a offensive sound barrier. He's gonna use it. Both teams really fighting it out here. There's a Wombo coming down and Unfixed. Takes out 3 people with the Graviton Barrage combo. And man, we are seeing a lot of that in this set.
Yeah, I mean, even with Reinhardt in that mix, he had his shield up, but his shield can only take so much. By the end of it, the shield's cracked and your team is dead. A nice combo, even on defense here.
About defense,
left.
REUNITED really liking that, and yeah, a minute 30 remaining here. Cloud9 doesn't have that much time. They need to make this next push count. They can't get pushed back. REUNITED smells a tournament win in their future. They just need the hold for 1, maybe 2 more pushes, and they will be our champions.
Not a whole lot to work with here on Cloud9. Adam does his resurrection backup. There is a high noon available as well, but that's been shut down.
Winghaven comes in with that Earth Shatter. Gonna knock multiple people down. Sheer4 though takes out Winghaven, takes out Cruz. Counter Deadeye up from Voltaja. Not getting anything just yet. Takes out Sheer4. Gets rid of the problem. And look at this res coming out from REUNITED. Absolutely beautiful res coming out. A Graviton Surge comes out. I don't know if they have the Wombo combo for it. Reaver is over the top, doesn't do anything. And now look at the time. Only less than a minute now remaining for Cloud9. Cloud9 has to turn this in their favor. They can't dilly-dally. They don't even think they can afford to go back and regroup. They need to make this happen now.
There's a defensive barrage up too. Too Easy's probably getting close as well to his Graviton Surge. They need to get a full wipe here.
Sheer4 and Kai helping in that thing, gets 2 kills. Sheer4 picks up another kill, but Justice raining from above. REUNITED not giving up just yet. Only 30 seconds remain now for Cloud9. For Cloud9, they're moving forward. Voltaja goes forward. Voltaja able to get the pick off, and now, right now, things not looking all that good for Cloud9, and they're saying GG, it's going to be REUNITED that takes it.
Cloud9 calling GGs, and they're absolutely correct. These were phenomenal games, great games. REUNITED, they've been on a tear. Like I said, we've watched so much of them lately, and they've gotten better.
Too Easy saying, "Did we win a tournament?"
Is this?
We've never had them on for a winner's interview for REUNITED.
Yeah, no, we haven't. They have not won one of our GosuGamers Weeklies. We've never had them on. They are second place champions. They hit Wombos. They put in the work. I'm so happy for REUNITED right now, but Cloud9 will be back.
Cloud9 will absolutely be back.
Yeah, they were going to ride the cart to the end, see a deserving play of the game. It might even be another barrage.
Well, they might. I mean, Morte's killing the people that are trying to ride the cart to the end, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but Cloud9 got to ride the cart to the end. We're going to see the play of the game, and what a great series. REUNITED, very well deserved, and I have to get one of them on Skype.
Play the game.
Well, Sheer4 actually got a high noon off. They did a great job throughout the entire series of shutting down his high noons.
Sheer4 with the triple kill, and man, Sheer4,
yeah.
Even though Cloud9 might have gone down, they were so on point for much of the series, and they fought back out of very rough circumstances, so
yeah.
Well played by Cloud9 even in the end, and I'm sure we'll see more from them in our next week.
Sheer4 showing you why he was the priority target. So many abilities were used just to try to negate Sheer4, try to make his life difficult. They did, and Sheer4 heard you accidentally call them.
I was in the actually it was just a syllable thing. Saying Cloud9 so much. I'm not even gonna draw attention to it, but
well,
Freudian slip. I don't know. Not even that. That's just pronunciation.
I barely form full sentences throughout most of the cast, so it's not that big of a deal. You say as many words as we do, you're bound to.
I'm surprised there's not more misspeakings at times, but anyway. We're going to see if we can get a winner interview out from REUNITED, and they should have a lot to say. Very excited to get them on. Maybe we'll get Too Easy on. That being said, this is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly. This is the NA Cup, and EU has come in and stolen the title in some cross-Atlantic play.
Yeah, it's reunited, man. They've been on a rise. I predicted them early today that they would be at least in the finals. I'm happy for them. They actually took one, and maybe this will finally be the thing that breaks them through, get the momentum to keep carrying on.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the time we note, hey, Reunited finally got over the hill here, and they've arrived. That being said, this is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly North American Cup. We are going to take a short break, run into our winners interview, bring you the perspective of Reunited, and should be good. We'll see you guys in just a few moments. See you then.